Hello, everyone. Before we get started on this week's episode, just a quick word that YouTube, in all its infinite wisdom, has decided that some of the Die Party games are now not suitable for advertising. It doesn't mean a whole lot for the content. I'm not going to censor the videos in any way, but if you'd like to lend your support so that Die Party can continue to grow, please check out the Patreon or subscribe on the Twitch channel. Enjoy the episode. Hello everyone, welcome back to another week of Die Party Whiskers and Whiskey Academy Tales, a Mouse Guard 2nd edition role-playing experience right here on Twitch. Sorry for the late start, we were missing a Zippy, but he's arrived and we can get started. But yeah, well, it looks like all the cameras are good too, so we don't have to worry about it too much. But yeah, how's everyone doing? It's been like 2 weeks since we played this game. I think, Eric, you had to go somewhere last week or something? Or is that it? Something like that.
Damn reality.
Damn reality.
Real life.
Yeah. But last time we left off, it was pretty interesting. So let's do quick introductions, and we can jump straight into the game since we're already over time. Let's start off with Derek. How you doing, man?
Hey, I'm doing good. Just finishing a very tough week. How about you guys?
I mean, it's kind of the start of my week now, so yeah, Monday morning. It is what it is. And yeah. Eric, what about you, man? What's going on?
Pretty good. Since last Sunday, I've played 15 role-playing games.
Fucking what?
Insane.
What? Yeah.
He just gives himself more shit to do.
That's a lot of role-playing games. You like, how much of that is like content that you make on your channel and stuff, though?
Oh, probably like only like 20 or 30%. It's the major reason why I'm able to do so much is that I'm on other people's stuff doing it. Mm-hmm. You know, either in a player context.
You just show up and throw your EP around, and yeah. No, I get you. Yeah.
Yeah. Boy, I'm just playing every system under the stars these days. Have you ever played Henley? Have you ever played Warhammer Fantasy?
Not the fantasy. I've played the spacefaring version of it.
The Dark Heresy.
No, Rogue Trader.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, which is basically like stars of that number in 40k.
Rogue Trader, aka the only one of them that people actually like.
Yep, Rogue Trader is 100% basically like Star Wars, but the darker version. Is the way that I describe it. The our version of that game was kind of a bit.
Because you're just basically smugglers. You're not like Space Marines.
Well, no, yeah. I mean, you could
like
be
dark Heresy is like, I feel like that's like Space Marinos, and getting ready to stop the heretics, and then Rogue Trader's like, yeah, we're just smuggling shit and blowing shit up.
And we hate elves. That's another one.
Well, in that timeline, humans hate everyone that's not a human. If you're a Xenos, you're fucked.
Yeah, but is the fantasy version using the percentile system, where everything's like a D100 and all that shit?
Yeah. I think it's basically the same chassis. It's the same rule set. Obviously, it's a couple of different things are there per se, but it's over on James Corp's channel. Shout out to you, James. I see you in chat. He's running a very like prestigious, I guess maybe the word, adventure path for Warhammer Fantasy. It's called the Enemy Within. It's or at least it's like a established, like, hey, this is a good AP to run, and which is good because I honestly I like Warhammer Fantasy. I love random character creation, but I also just don't understand what you're supposed to do with the game. And that's not like a call out or like anything to anybody. It's like genuine, like literally, like, why am I this weirdo hanging out with this other weirdo in a world that sucks doing adventures? Like, it doesn't, like, am I supposed to be dungeon crawling?
I mean, the same could be said about like fucking torchbearer, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
but that is what are you supposed to be doing? Well, you're dungeon crawling because nothing else is available to you.
well, it kind of makes
cool.
sense
I get
in Warhammer Fantasy because you got races that are allies of convenience rather than blood brothers and whatnot.
Mhm.
The dwarves hate everyone, and if you've pissed off the dwarves, they don't want to help you at all. But dwarves and elves have been known to work with each other. It's just an allies of convenience kind of deal.
So I've always described Warhammer 40k, at least the space, one, like basically like imagine if a 12-year-old came up with a fucking world and then he became an adult and then he made that into a role-playing game, right? Like that's what I imagine that world is. Is the fantasy version much the same? Like, is it like a 12-year-old's like wet dream where like, it's like, okay, there's a whole like sector of like chicks who wear battle armor and they have like big swords and then they like fight each other. And then there's like orcs that could just make believe things and then they become real. Cool, huh? Like
that the orc tech like that doesn't
they believe
fantasy.
I mean-
but I mean
There
orcs are
are
fucking badass, but like
there's space laser lizard folk. So
Yeah,
I mean, we're not too wrong.
well,
Wasn't-
they're more like the Chult, really.
Yeah, yeah.
'Cause-
so we
Wasn't-
played
Wasn't like the basis for Warhammer Fantasy made up by like two guys on a train?
Probably.
dropping acid, no
but,
likely.
like the cool thing
They
that I
got
like
bored on a train ride and they made up
That's-
Warhammer.
I don't like the setting. The setting is I don't know. I've always thought of like Games Workshop shit as always kind of just been it's so old. Like it's been around forever. So like their tropes seem very tropish because they were the first ones to do it.
They
and it's
invented the trope.
they
They're the
invented
trendsetter.
it.
Yeah.
most of the
they
stuff
invented
was
these things.
Tolkien-esque,
Yeah.
Games
Yeah,
Workshop.
exactly. They're like Tolkien but metal.
So
And
the,
I'm like that's where it came from.
so the,
That's not
the
a
thing
bad
about,
way to explain it.
the thing about Warhammer Fantasy is I like it because you could do a hodgepodge party of different races, and then just explain it like that, or you could really
what do you
sit
do?
down and depending on where you are and depending on what time it is and depending on what setting it's following, like if you did an entire party of high elves, you could do the fall of Malekith, and how he goes.
I don't know what that is, but that sounds good.
He's one of the leaders of the Dark Elves. He basically high elves
It's like
have,
a high up like Primarch.
high elves have
Is it like Horus Heresy? Sorry.
And then he
High-
fights
high-
Thor.
high elves have all these different princes, and every once in a while, the Phoenix King dies, and then one of the princes basically vies for the throne, gets voted in, and they get to stand in this giant pillar of flame. If they survive the pillar of flame, they become the Phoenix King. Malekith was a true blood son of the last Phoenix King, and he really wanted to be the Phoenix King. So he's like, I'm going to be Phoenix King. This is a very watered down version because we're running on time. And he goes into the pillar of flame and he burns to death. And then his mother, who is a witch, brings him back to life. And that's why dark elves are fucking creepy as shit. Before enslaving a bunch of
There's a couple of
cold
things you
bloods.
can do to Zippy to trigger him into going into these massive tangents. The first one is you talk about a rusty dagger, and the second one is you talk about
You never stab anybody with a rusty dagger. It's cursed. It's fucking cursed. Don't even have to roll a con for that. You stab somebody with a rusty dagger, it's going to kill you.
God. I love you, Zippy. Don't go changing at all.
You can just get tetanus from that dagger.
You hear a maniacal laugh, and then your arteries slit. Yeah.
All
Rusty
right.
daggers.
Well, since we're running on time,
Anyways.
Zippy, why don't you
Yeah,
explain
sorry.
what's up, man?
I am Zippy Zippo. I've been playing a lot of Magic the Gathering Arena.
Okay, are you fucking frustrated? I'm so frustrated with the economy in that game. I think
I'm
fucking
okay.
sucks.
So to be fair, like I have
What
a
game?
deck, Magic the Gathering Arena. I've made it all the way up to like Silver 3, Silver 2.
I haven't been able to get out of fucking the bottom Baron shit because I keep getting put against people who have taken advantage of the fact that they're winning games and they just keep winning games. They keep
Oh, it
getting
does. No,
stuff.
It doesn't. It doesn't matter about winning games because like you just get random cards when you win games. I'm frustrated with the economy as well. I want more packs. 4 streamers got 12 of each pack, while everyone else got 3.
Yeah.
And everyone's like super salty about that. It's
Yeah,
like,
it's like 4 people. Who cares?
yeah. Well, they reached out to Wizards, and I was like, well, how do I reach out to them?
I mean, I reached out to Wizard too, but they didn't give me fucking packs. But anyway, it's besides the point.
Yeah.
Like, that whole game is great. They just need a better way of like for example, Magic the Gathering is all about like the price economy. In this game, that doesn't fucking mean shit. Like, you can make a budget deck, right? Cost you $1.50 to make in the real world. Well, you know, well, $5 or whatever to make in the real world. But in this game, it's the same rarity as, say, something that costs like $85 in the real world to get that sort of deck going. You know, it makes no fucking sense. And it basically means that the shit cards that are rare are going to be the same value as a fucking
All you
card
all you gotta do is make a deck that people aren't ready for. A lot of people are playing the precons. I made a mono red deck that just hits fast, and nobody's ready for it at all.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's like, I'm
When
gonna
I
drop
go
this
to-
creature, I'm gonna burn it. It's like,
When I
GG.
go to Magic tournaments, I bring out my little Magic card holder, but instead it's just full of brown recluse spiders, and then I run away.
That's rude.
You're that guy. God damn.
Oh, so you run my mono green spiders? I get it. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly.
No blue flyers are gonna get past you.
No.
Nuh-uh.
So, yeah,
I
anyway.
play blue
Real
black
good.
countermill.
I'm a Gilgari. I love graveyard
Damn.
shit. Yeah.
I don't know what these are.
It's
know
it's
what-
color combination, tribal shit, bullshit. Don't worry about it. It's stupid.
Okay. No, if I did play a game, I'd probably play. I probably would play either ramp green or some kind of tribal trash. 'Cause that's just who I am.
Yeah, Gilgari's
Tribal dinos.
black green
or
man.
white weenies.
Black-
I love
White
I love that
weenies.
shit.
Oh, yeah. Mm.
Right.
Anywho,
Love me white weenies
Kika.
all day.
Last but not
Yo.
least, what's up? How you do?
Tragic to saddening.
I'm all right. I've been on break, so I've been trying to relax. It's been pretty great. Doing taxes, getting
Doing
my
taxes. Yeah.
taxes.
shit ready for next term.
Did my laundry? Oh fuck yeah, man! Give me that shit. My clothes, clean as fuck. You know.
Made up some Sylvan words. Working on making a English to Sylvan lesson book because it's
documents.
fun.
I need you to like go to like a house
You're
with
literally-
nothing in it except for a fireplace and like a bottle of scotch, right? And you just need to chill. You just need to
Yeah.
stop your
went-
movement.
I would love that house.
You went full Skylark, like administration.
Well, I was
bureaucracy.
gonna like go out drinking
no-
with
no
some
mapping.
people, but then plans fell through. So
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah,
Cool.
yeah, getting things together for shadowing a doctor. I might be able to shadow a surgeon and like actually sit in on surgeries, which would be amazing.
Like, do they do that thing where they like have like the arena where people sit around like the surgical
no,
table?
I'd be like scrubbed in and in the room and just watching quietly.
Awesome. I mean, have you ever seen a surgery in person?
Only when it's being done on myself.
Like,
On
okay,
me.
have you on a scale from 1 to 10?
Wait,
how
hold up.
squeamish are you?
Did she just say only when it's been happening to myself, done by me?
Done to me.
Oh, I was like, damn, okay, Kika just got like
Yeah.
30 badass points.
No, I'm not Russian.
So how squeamish would you say you are?
Yeah,
Sight of blood doesn't bother you at all?
nah.
On a scale of zippy
The
to
only-
not.
The only thing like in movies that has bothered me has been like exposed brain. That's the only thing that's ever gotten me like in person. I've
So
seen
when I got
shit
my-
that's been fine.
When I got like all the metal put into my ankle because I fucking destroyed it, I asked the doctor to take a photo of what the inside of my ankle looks like.
Oh, cool. Can I see?
No, I got rid of it. It was nasty.
You don't want to put on.
No, it was
should just-
fucking
We
nasty.
should just look at that instead of our faces.
I regret seeing it.
Yeah, human bodies are weird. You know that the skeleton's piloting it?
Oh man,
Isn't that weird?
that's crazy.
Yo, brains, if you got cut into the brain, you wouldn't even feel it because brains don't know how to feel pain.
They don't have nerve endings in them.
disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. That's very common knowledge.
Damn.
I
Fucking
don't want-
savage.
Yo, I don't want anyone near my brain.
Speaking about not letting people near your brain, let's play some Mouse Guard.
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah.
Hey, who wants to do the mouse guard is really fun, and it has a sort of a ritual to it. You know, I know. It's
Gather
5
round.
minutes.
We will slaughter this goat.
Gather round. Every episode starts besides the first one, right? Every episode starts with the prologue previously on. So who wants to do it last week?
What are we?
Uh,
Who's got the most
Try.
trash on their character right now?
I have tired.
I have tired and angry. What do you have, Zip?
Go.
Hungry and thirsty.
Those ones.
Yeah.
And Derek, do you have any conditions?
I'm like opening up the games. I don't know yet.
All right, Kika.
You
I think
Mustfire King.
I think you are ready to go. I think you should do this.
Okay. Last time on Mouse Guard, we were preparing for the Mustfire Festival. That I remember. And there was a lot of preparations going on. There was voting for the Mustfire King and Queen. Nicholas was part of a play that they put on with his house, and he set up a cool fox costume because he got cast as a fox, and he set up like a smoke machine so he could like breathe fire and stuff, and it attracted bees, so he had to distract a bunch of bees to keep other people from getting hurt. And yeah, the show ended up being a big success because he attracted angry bees.
As you do. Bees equals
Yeah, it was
success.
great. During that time, Skylark, I believe, was helping out. She got information on where Snails was, and she was going to try to skip the festival and go hunt down Snails, but her good friend Mesbeak was having some issues. I think they ended up making dresses, and Skylark helped, basically was there for Mesbeak as moral support. At the Mustfire Festival, Mesbeak and Nicholas got voted Mustfire King and Queen, and they shared a dance, and one thing led to another, and they ended up kissing a couple times, and then they were accomplices in theft.
That's
I forgot about that shit. Teenage love escalates quickly.
Be careful you kiss, kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I reversed the gunpowder.
Yeah. During this time, Finn Digsby's dad came down and was very upset in Finn and like threatened to get rid of his prized brush set that he got from his mom. But one thing led to another, which like basically Finn's dad found out that Finn was attacked, and Finn's dad broke down, and they had a lovely heart-to-heart, and their relationship got a bit, I don't want to say fixed because I don't want to like assume things, but it happened. There was some very good emotional stuff between them. And what went down with Hunter?
All you need to know about that scene is that whatever the dialogue was said, Chris Martin silently like singing some song at that point. You know what I mean? Or like the dude from The Fray, like whoever it was, like you'd know they were playing like Grey's
Seal.
Anatomy style right there. Yeah. Sorry. Continue.
What went down with Hunter again? I don't quite remember.
I did the race.
Oh yeah,
And I
the
kicked
race.
his
Oh my
ass.
God. Yeah,
Kicked
that
its
race
ass.
is awesome. Finally got the lizard racing.
Yeah, that's right.
And you got
And Hunter was an upstanding individual and did not cheat and won the heck out of that race.
Fucking won so good.
You got what's her name to dance with you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That was
the-
started with an N. Nate? No. Something.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
it did.
maybe. I don't
He was
know.
dancing with the older guards mouse who was a fighter.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thought it was like Marin.
No.
No, Marin sounds right. Now that I hear it.
Really? I thought it started with an N.
Or like Moira.
And
No?
it sounded kind of boyish. That's what I
Marin.
remember.
I for some reason it's hitting me every time I think of it. It's Marin.
That's what I thought too.
Oh, well, we'll look it up later.
I don't know. It's weird. Like sometimes I'll hear a word and then I can't remember, but then it just hits me like a ton of bricks. I feel like.
Are you
it's
sure it
Marin.
wasn't Angus?
Angus McKenzie? Best legendary in Magic. IMO. Okay. Anyways.
No, yeah, it was something. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I guess right now, Marin is the usable name that we'll go with. So we'll go with that.
And then Skylark was trying to avoid dancing, but she ended up snails showed up out of nowhere and they ended up dancing. And Skylark gave Snails her trusty knitting needles to, stab people with to help protect himself. And that is all I can remember. A lot happened, actually.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
We ended up going over by half an hour to an hour. It was insane. Anyway, yeah.
Yup. Cool. Awesome, everybody. Yeah, that's a good recap. Go ahead and recover your condition. I guess you have to do it in order of recovery. So I guess you only had one, so that's
You
easy.
can also increase your nature if you wanted to too.
I'm good.
Cool. So now that the must fire is done, we have decided to lift the since must fire, Lockhaven has decided that they can't afford to have you all not doing more trials and practical tests and things out in the wilds again. And so now you guys are back. They're going to send you out on a group to go do a simulated test.
Okay.
And this is a pretty famous mission that they send a lot of you all on. This is a test that, while simple, it's not the Kobayashi Maru, right? But it's a pretty it's what Shadowrunners would call a milk run. It should be pretty simple.
Look, no milk run is ever simple. Okay.
I know.
I don't even like milk.
You're supposed to journey, and this time they changed it up a little bit. You're supposed to journey to go track down a missing grain peddler.
Oh yes, this is the mouse guard equivalent of. Okay, you all meet up in a tavern.
This is the simulated test. Yeah, this is the simulated test that they get all tenderpaws to train on to go track down a grain peddler.
Okay.
But I would ask the four of you, who do you think the leader of your group would be? Because they would probably decide amongst yourselves to be the leader.
So we've been put in the group again with the same four mice. Do we have a guard with us, or are we just by ourselves?
No, you guys are by yourselves. You're going out into the wilds. You will be armed, but you do know that this mission isn't necessarily it's not an actual mission per se. Like you're not getting ordered by Gwendolyn, with your cloaks and blah blah blah. This grain peddler is a mouse guard person, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a
Just make believe.
it's a make believe.
Could I, before we head out,
Mm-hmm.
invoke my instinct to sort of make a map of this surrounding areas so it might be easier for us to find our way?
Sure, but remember, I want to say that before we begin play, we need to write our goals. And so I love your enthusiasm, but I think we're not quite there yet.
So who would be the leader out of the group? I don't know.
I think Hunter.
Okay.
It could be Hunter. It could also be Nicholas.
Yeah, either one of us, I think, would be.
It could
fine.
be Finn Digsby.
I don't think Hunter would be okay with that, but they haven't reconciled yet.
Wonderful. Finn Digsby's the leader. We'll do it just to start
Skylark.
conflict. We're all the leader. This is Sea of Thieves.
I need one. I bring this up because I need one of you to have a special task as part of this mission, as part of this test.
Let's all do write-in votes. My character would
peddler.
suggest.
So this grain peddler might be a spy selling secrets, and you need to determine if it's true or not.
Eric Vulgaris. Okay. I mean, I would put my vote forward for either myself or Nicholas. One of those two.
Yeah.
Hunter or Nicholas.
I say we draw straws.
With the short being the leader, even though one of them clearly wants to be the leader.
High roll.
Okay, so in character, Hunter would be very eager to do it. Other than that, I don't know. We can decide amongst ourselves either way. Like, is this something that that the mouse guards choose amongst themselves? Or the group choose amongst themselves, or is this like the teacher chooses, but we're technically choosing for the teacher?
No, the teacher would probably choose, right? Because there has to be like a leader or a spokesperson is actually probably the better for what I'm asking for here. And you would know that person would be getting that particular assignment. And you know what?
So if the teacher chooses
assigned Skylark.
What?
Okay.
Because I think they need, Skylark, you're the leader. So I think they need you to. They want you to step up here a little bit, because or like at least show. And I think that maybe that's the surprise, right? Like maybe it's a surprise as they like you guys are ordered together, and everyone's thinking, like, you guys are probably like arguing in character amongst each other, being like, oh, it's gonna be me, it's gonna be, oh no, it's totally gonna be Finn, or and all these, or no, it's Nicholas, he's the Mustfire King, of course he's gonna be captain, like we'll get out of here, and then all of a sudden the order comes down, it's Skylark. And my question for you.
This is all
Skylark.
because I kept doing circles checks.
Yeah. So Skylark, you're gonna be captain, and like I said, that part of this test is that you have a secret part of the mission, and is that the grain might be a spy. Now you're told this. This gets changed every year. Everyone knows that there's a hidden component, like that's really hard to keep secret. But what the hidden component is this year is that that the grain peddler might be a spy selling secrets, and you need to determine if this is true or not. And so a big question here is like if you would share that with the group, but we can also play that. But this is the mission. This is your practical exam. And yes, Henley is very cute and smart and knows that this is the sample mission from Mouse Guard. That's why it makes the perfect fucking practical test.
It's also
tenderpaws.
Page 1, Episode 1, Chapter 1 of Mouse Guard, which is why it's a sample test. So that's yeah. But yeah, okay, cool. So let's do goals, I guess. So the actual goal of the mission, I guess, realistically is to find the grain peddler? Or find out what happened to the grain peddler? Right?
You're supposed to intercept the grain peddler and either, find evidence that this person's a spy if you can. Right, or
but we don't
like
know that the spy thing's a thing, right?
Right. But your goal doesn't have to be mission based. It could be like, prove to Finn that or like make amends with Finn could be your goal, or the other way around, right? prove that Finn's not cut out for the mouse guard, or you know what I mean. Like you can
Fucking
can
throw
totally-
Finn in the water under a bridge and send him home. Okay. Interesting.
It could be, or inspire your allies, or prove to Skylark that I should be captain. You know, like think of it. You can think of things that way as goals, not just concrete objectives. But I mean, it's your character. I'm not going to tell you what to write your goal here. I just need you to write your goal relatively quickly so we can do that. And then once everyone has a goal written, I would love it if you guys share it. As soon as you got something concrete, I would love to hear it, and we can just keep going until we all got it, and then we can begin.
Okay. Now you've put all these fucking things in my head, Eric. My goal was real simple before, but now it's getting complicated. Thanks, dude.
Anytime, boo.
Anytime. All right. Find the grain peddler.
I feel unless we're going over to Barkstone or Shellborough,
Going south to Copperwood.
Finn's goal would have to be find the grain peddler. If we were going around that area, Finn's goal would probably find out more information about what's going on with his family and the border dispute and whatnot. So,
yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't really have any sort of like outside goal. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I've kind of been like straight laced the entire time. So my goal is still pretty much going to be this goal. So.
My goal is to just basically keep the group working together effectively. Like, she doesn't want like a repeat of what happened in the cave with the barbed wire and stuff.
Yeah, so mine's just going to be find the grain peddler. Find the grain peddler. Cool. To get back in the swing of things. Derek, what's yours?
My goal is going to be to find an opportunity to practice my axe swinging because I suck at axe swinging. Get equipment in this one, Eric. Like
That's a cool
weapons.
What was the question?
Do we have weapons?
Yeah,
I
you will
want
have your
an
weapons. Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty. So I want to find an opportunity to practice my axe swinging.
I'm good to go.
All right. So, as leader, I would start by trying to take down a map of the area that we will be headed towards.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah. So
As
you're
leader.
trying to write a map for this to help you on your journey?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cartographering.
Yeah. So you will be traveling around Ivydale, which is where you're from. So that seems pretty reasonable. You can do
I'm
this.
from Lockhaven. Hunter's from Ivydale.
My bad. You're right. Yes.
So I might actually ask Hunter to help me out on this, if he can. Can he?
I mean, I guess I could help with something like, what's cartography use? Archivist, I guess. I mean, I have that. So technically speaking, I could.
Yeah.
I could also use my leadership-wise Eric Volgaris to give her the most important breakdown on what's in Ivydale and what should be on the map and all of that stuff. Leading by example.
You know, since this is a part of a group activity, I would probably ask as many people to help as is willing. Actually, now to think about it.
Do you accept the help of leadership-wise?
Yes,
Okay.
because I don't know how to leadership yet.
So
I need-
it's a little, then in that case, if you accept it, it's more it's a little overbearing. Like, you know, it's like, no, actually, it's over there. No, up further. Move it up further. You know, like, you know, it's like my interpretation of what is in Ivydale is concrete, and you are doing it slightly wrong, and I will change it to make it correct. Like,
Well, Skylark is still extremely nervous about fucking up map making from her cartography classes and doing so poorly on every single
you have,
exam.
like PTSD with that.
Okay. Is anyone else willing to help?
I would. Yeah, I can help.
Okay.
I'm going to help with. Can I help with Archivist?
Yep, Archivist is fine. That's one of the ones.
I'm going to help with Archivist by
You can also use
showing
Pathfinder as well.
Skylark shading techniques for her map to make it look professional and wonderful. He pulls out his fox fur tipped paintbrushes.
Can I use Curious negatively by like getting distracted by these shading techniques and not double checking the information that I'm being given by Hunter?
Absolutely.
Gotta get them checks. Give them to me. Let's go.
Yeah.
I love that idea.
Okay, cool. So what's the ob?
17.
How complex of a map do you want?
I don't want it to be like the most complex thing ever, just, you know, like general areas, just enough so that we aren't completely blind and getting lost.
So I have a question about this, really. Like, if IVR would have maps about it, right? Like, they just would, right? That's how that works, right? It's an established town, all that sort of stuff. So where does, like, the whole, I'm going to use cartography to make a map of this town come into play? Like, is it just, like, busy work for the sake of busy work? Or, like, what is it actually?
No, the routes change all the time.
So
Okay.
it'd be like this season's roots.
Welcome, Abigness.
Yeah, welcome. Thanks for the sub, man.
So, what happens is maps constantly have to be getting updated. While the towns are rather immutable, they don't really change.
Yeah.
The routes around do. They fluctuate. I imagine they're sort of like, if you guys ever been around like major cities and how fucking annoying, especially like if you're in like the south of the United States, like fucking Dallas construction and shit, like how just roads are just closed forever, and then you're like, okay, well, I mean, just using the detour all the time. It's like that all the time because roads are like, this is washed out this week. We can't do anything about it.
That one time where they're like, this is a detour, but it leads to a fucking dead end. I've done that. Just, I'm going to get caught in construction, drive like 2 hours on this detour road, and it ends up being a dead end.
That's terrifying.
Google Maps, man. We live in that age.
Google Maps tells you to go down the road that doesn't exist.
Oh, dude. Or Google Maps is like, I want to go to this university. It puts you out in the boonies with chicken farmers. And you're like, what is this?
Yeah. So that's why maps constantly have to get updated. And now I think that Lockhaven would carry some, like, as most up-to-date as possible maps.
Yeah.
But the problem is they don't let you to leave with them. And there's not like a freaking press to, there's no phone to take a snapshot of them.
Okay. So
Right,
in a lot
so-
of cases,
so you have to-
cartography is like copying and then updating as you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of it is charting. And just
Which is
making
why
sure
Pathfinder
your
can be
trails-
used to help, I guess, right? So
Yeah.
cool. Makes sense. Just checking.
So
No
what
problem.
is the
3?
obs? Or ob 3?
Trace. Yep.
Okay. Well, less than 50-50, but okay. Oh, that's not good.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Um,
Cool. So I'm going to mark a fail for my wires. Thanks for that.
Now you use curious, right?
Yeah. Negatively.
And you were curious about the art, the drawings, and things like that.
Yeah.
You were curious because Finn, let's see. Because Finn was drawing, and then you had Hunter kind of like overbearingly kind of helping you.
Yeah.
He's still a teenager. Come on.
My question. So let me tell you what I'm thinking right now. I'm thinking about letting you succeed, but making you a little frustrated.
That sounds
And
good.
I'm thinking about, but like I wasn't sure if this is enough to get you angry. I think it's like, so while I'm going to give you the angry condition, I think it's more like just kind of flustered and nervous about being the leader, and this is happening, and you're distracted, and you're like
I'm feeling very overwhelmed and
like
frantic.
overwhelmed. Yeah. I think
Okay.
I want to describe it a little bit more that way, if that's cool with you, if you think that's on board, or if you're just generally angry, if you think that would actually like might have pushed you to being angry, then maybe just angry, right? But like something around that area, like
I
that
think I'm more
band.
likely to be like feeling flustered and overwhelmed. That sounds good.
Sure.
Sounds good to me.
Yep.
So, but
Cool.
we
So you,
do have this map. Okay.
cool. You have the map, and you also know that it looks like it's getting ready to rain, which
Oh no.
isn't fun.
It's gonna rain. It's gonna rain. Okay.
So-
Okay. Does anyone know where we can get rain gear or make rain gear? Anyone? Any of you guys?
We could just go through the rain like normal mouse guard do.
I mean, normal mouse guards sometimes have some rain gear, right?
You could use a leaf.
Yeah. Okay. We can do that. I guess. Yeah. Okay. That sounds good. That sounds good. We can like get some leaves to
Hey,
help.
can we make
Okay.
a move on? I want to get this done.
I do believe that she is the leader.
I know, I'm only offering
Hunter.
suggestions
it's
because
just-
we've been here for a while.
It's
What we're
just-
preparing is going to hurt us in the end.
Slow and stable wins the race.
I'm just gonna
Hunter.
go look for a leaf to grab so I can like shelter the map from the rain so it doesn't get all wet while we're using it.
Okay. So you're gonna try to like
You're going to carry a
Survivor
leaf
cabin.
and a map.
Well, someone else can carry the map. Whoever's pathfinding, who's good at pathfinding.
I think I'm pretty decent at it. Yeah, I'm a 3 at it.
Okay, I hand Hunter the map, and then I like go to grab like a leaf or something to help keep that all dry.
I mean, you're obviously trying to harvest something, right?
I guess I don't have harvester, but I guess
Yeah.
I would be beginners locking it.
Yeah. So it sounds like you're trying to harvest something. It's an ob one.
Okay. What's
It doesn't sound like anybody's helping you.
I can help with harvester. I have 3 in harvester. So.
okay? Is this a health
I
or
could-
a?
Harvester's health, yeah.
My question here is like, I know you could help Henley, but do you think Hunter would? Because it sounds like Hunter
Probably
would
not.
be.
No.
Hunter wants to get a move on, right?
Yeah. it's-
So do you begrudgingly lend your support there, or not? I don't want to like once again. I hope it doesn't sound like I'm trying to like lead you on being like you should play
No.
your character. This
So here's
I'm just listening to what you're saying, and I'm like assumptions.
Here's what happens. She hands me the map. I roll it up. I put it in my backpack. And I just sort of just like cross my arms, hand on the hilt of the sword, and just sort of just wait. And this is like, when it starts raining, we can get a leaf then. You don't have to carry a leaf the entire way.
Yeah. How do you feel about this, Nicholas or Finn?
That she's carrying a leaf.
No, that wants to go get a leaf.
Oh, it was Finn's idea. He would have already went and got one suitable.
If that's okay, if that's true, then maybe. What about? Hold on, but let me hear it from Nicholas. What would you do, Nicholas?
I think Nicholas would have no position either. We just
Okay.
help.
Okay. Then I'll give you the option. Okay. It sounds if what Finn said is true, then Finn, it sounds like you're actually the one making the test because you're already like I imagine maybe Skylark turns around and be like, okay, I'll get the leaf, and you might be there already with the leaf, right?
Okay, so I'm doing a.
Because you already thought about it and did this. That's what it sounds like.
good to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. Ob one harvester. Nicholas could obviously help you if you wanted to, because
One.
Yeah,
you're
Can help with laborer, right?
Yes, you can. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
What's the root of a harvester?
Health.
Health. I'm just gonna roll health
Health.
because I don't have harvester.
Mm-hmm. So you roll 3 dice, right?
Mhm.
3 dice, and help would help afterwards. No, I guess 4.
No, so 4. So divide by. Wait, no. So
7
3,
divided by 4,
yeah.
divided by 2 is
Round
still
up.
3. So
No,
yeah,
you round up, so it's 4.
it's 4
You
dice.
roll 4 dice.
Trait and then persona, I guess.
Want to use a trait negative here, or are you
No, I'm gonna. What? It's an what harvester?
1.
single? It's 1.
I'm not gonna use any trait. Or
Okay.
anything. So
Just chuck the 4 dice.
chucking the 4 dice.
Sweet.
Easy.
1 attempt.
Got it. Yeah. So
So he-
Skylar. Yeah. Go ahead.
So like when he shows up with the leaf, I'll be like, good initiative, Finn. Good. That's very good.
Skylark's like looking around, like this feat, and then like Finn kind of like just off screen comes in with the leaf
Oh,
and
shit.
hands it to her, and you're like, oh, here's one, perfect.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. Good initiative, Finn. Thank you.
Um,
I'm like, I'll just hold this for you, Hunter, and let's go. Okay.
yeah.
And please use the map. We took the time to make it. Just like I know, like let's just go.
Okay. Well, I mean, what are we making? Pathfinder?
Yeah. I was gonna say, I think the dean who gave you this mission, right? Dean sees you guys still here and just being like, "What the heck? What in the cattails are you guys still doing here? Get out there!" And yeah, hurry!
I was
Hurry
making
before those
sure we
rains
were.
come down.
I was just making sure we were prepared. I'm sorry. Let's go. Bye.
Yeah, and then the music starts. Now the theme song for the show plays, and now let's get ready to make this test.
Late
As you guys
title
are on
card.
the trail.
Yeah.
Yep, title card. So you guys have been traveling a little bit. You go past Ivydale. The weather's holding, but barely. The plan, the intention here is that you're supposed to get there in about a day. So you guys have to hustle. Yeah. So I need someone to make a Pathfinder test.
All right. What's the ob?
The ob here is going to be a versus test.
Okay. Versus what? Summer? Winter?
It's
Spring, right?
too. It's summer. It's summer, but it's also a little bit more difficult because you guys are a little bit pressed for time.
All right, that's
So
fine.
there's a.
So supplies 1 from the map, obviously.
I'm rolling 5 dice.
Okay. That puts me at 4. I'm I'm going to use hard worker positively here, Eric. In that I'm following the command / example put by Skylark. In that, if she wants to lead, I will do my best to follow suit if I can.
Right.
And anyone helping?
Well, real quick, do you take this upon yourself to lead them down this trip, or is Skylark the one who told you to lead, to do this?
Well, she gave me the map, so I assume I was making the Pathfinder check after that.
Yeah.
How is Hunter leading?
At the front.
No. Like, how is what is the attitude of Hunter?
Impatient, I guess. Right? Like, part of what makes Skylark is that she likes to make sure she has her ducks in a row before she does anything. And finding this guy for the most part is, I guess, time sensitive. So making up for lost ground, I guess, and pushing the group would be technically how he's leading. But I don't know. at a certain point, it gets to the point where, like, you know, he would just sort of, like, if people are taking a rest, he would go ahead and find a path and then come back and, you know, tell everyone about it and keep going ahead when everyone's ready and, you know, that sort of shit.
I feel like with Hunter just wanting to pseudo, like, usurp Skylark, I feel like Finn would want to make it a little bit more harder on Hunter.
Okay. I'm not really usurping her, but sure, if you want to be that.
No, okay, so like that, I guess that's like a really extreme term, but like I feel like
You would be helping nature.
it would, yeah, I'd be helping nature. Like maybe I.
What did you do the Wile E. Coyote thing
and,
of like turning the sign around the other way? You know, like
no,
Just being distracting, right?
or you know, give him like a trip at the tail or something. Maybe step on his tail, kind of give him like a one of those flat tires, like you would by like stepping on the back of somebody's shoes.
sure. All right. So you're being a dick.
I
Cool.
would like to help by trying to get between Finn and Hunter at every turn to try to prevent this.
Well, you know what? If that's the case, then Eric Vulgaris, I will take back my trait use, and I will instead
Oh no.
I will use bold negatively, if you'll allow me here.
No.
Yeah, I mean, we're still assembling our die pool, so that's totally fine.
Yep.
But how are you being bold negatively? Like, what? How's that getting?
You know, like, well, if Finn Digsby is going out of his way to sabotage this attempt,
Well, it's not like oh look, hey Hunter, I'm gonna sabotage you. It's more like he notices the way that you're acting towards Skylark, so he's going to, if he notices that you're not paying attention to something, or he notices that you might overlook something, he's gonna make like he's gonna make it difficult for you. You know?
okay, sure, and I will use bold negatively
Okay.
in the fact that I'm you know, I guess reacting to his taunts and saying, you know, if his taunts are along the lines of, oh, you know, isn't it great that Skylark made this fantastic map? We don't have to worry about getting lost or anything like that. And I was like, you know what? I can prove that I know my way around Ivydale without this map. And I can prove that to you, Finn, right now. I can do it.
All right, do it.
I will.
And I put my hand out for the map.
No.
Okay.
I hand the map over. All right.
No, don't.
So,
Too
-1.
late.
Anyone helping?
So, is the
I think Derek's internet is pretty shitty today, by the sounds of things.
Yeah.
I think it's capped.
Oh, you think you capped? Okay. I know that pain. I've been there before. Yeah. So what are you helping, Derek?
We're doing the pet finder, right?
Yes, we are.
Mm-hmm.
Scouting ahead, you know, like
All right.
probably like 10 minutes ahead and coming back to tell you what I saw.
Okay, so that puts me at a flush 0 then, I guess. If I'm not getting the supplies and I'm not getting, and I'm using the trait negatively against myself, then yeah, that's where we're at. And Kiko, are you helping?
Yeah, of course I'm helping.
Sweet. What are you
I just
using?
want things to go well. Oh God.
What are you using to do that?
The
I
cartographer.
just smack Finn upside the head and take the map back and give it back to Hunter.
No, this is happening. Boys are gonna be boys. This is happening, okay?
That's the worst excuse for anything ever.
Well, boys will be boys.
Yes.
I mean, it works.
No, it doesn't. It's terrible.
Boy's gonna boy. All right, so that's one help. Okay, what's the ob? Oh yeah, you're rolling versus. Yep.
Helping with Hunter.
Nice. Let's go, Eric.
With Hunter.
Fucking
Yes. God
nailed
damn
it.
Yep. However, I get a sweet check. Sweetest of checks.
Yeah.
My God.
Sweet checks there, bro. So yeah, you guys are off the map now. You're pretty sure, like, you make it to where you think this place is, where this cart's supposed to be, the grain peddler.
Yep.
And you realize that you either had you guys took a wrong turn somewhere and you're not where you're supposed to be, and now you are late, and even worse, it starts raining, and so now you guys need to journey actually to the spot where the grain peddler is supposed to be, as you guys have completely gone off course. I think you guys almost you see signs to Elmos, and you're like, oh no. and now you have to double back over to Copperwood. So we're gonna go and it's raining the whole time, but at least you have that one pedal for the map. So we're gonna go to a conflict, and you guys have to actually fight your way over there.
All right.
And give me back the
Fighting
map.
Wayne, the Wayne.
Yeah, you're fighting Summer.
Oh, all right.
To journey back to
As soon as we see the sign to Elmos, Finn nudges Hunter. Hey, look, you didn't lead us. You didn't lead us to Copperwood, but you led us to Elmos.
Yeah,
Hey.
I did it to prove a point.
Both of you just shut up. Your
It's getting
constant squabbling is doing nothing but being a detriment to the team, and we need to get to the frickin' merchant now. So I don't want to hear another word from either of you unless it is something actively helpful. So just zip it.
And at that moment, Finn looks up and says, huh, hey, look, rain. And that's when the downpour happens.
I mean, I'm just gonna set your goal, but then change it for me if you want. I'm saying it just make it to the peddler.
That
Yeah.
seems reasonable to me.
Yep.
All right, so it's been a while since we did a conflict. I figured I wanted to introduce a little bit more of them as we play, because I think they're integral, and you guys keep fucking stockpiling all this fate and persona, and so I'm gonna try to hurt you on that.
Please, I have 1 and 1, dude.
Yeah. I'm
3 and
pretty
2.
low.
Oh, it's just Finn. Well, hey, so it goes.
Well, to be fair, we're not getting any rewards at the end of the session anymore, so you know.
So, this is a journey conflict. The leader, the team captain of this is not necessarily Skylark, but I will say Skylark has the final decision on who is the leader of this conflict because they are the captain of your group.
Mm-hmm.
The Pathfinder, and you add it to your health type conflict. And with all journeys, this is going to be Pathfinder as attacking and fainting, because this is you being able to get there in time. I will say defending is probably survivalist, because that probably represents you guys taking time to camp or hide and change, or maybe even health as just we're defending as we're not getting buffeted by the.
So scout and
Right.
Pathfinder for attacking, and survivalist for defending and maneuvers.
Maneuver is probably either pathfinding, scouting, or cartographing.
So
right?
what's
It's
faint?
getting yourself set up and
Yeah.
to go in a better way,
Mm-hmm.
or even outfitting yourselves, right? With oh, we're gonna make new gear. We're gonna make that could be a kind of a maneuver test, right?
Okay.
So think of things that way. Technically, your map. So one person of your group can equip the map. The map is a +1 success to maneuvering, because you know how to avoid hazards on the trail.
All right.
Gonna take the map back. I'm going to tell Hunter to stop dicking around and follow the map and stop trying to show off, or else I will report him to the teacher when we get back.
You know, we'd already be there if we didn't have to fuck around and make this map.
No more.
Look, I'm not going to sit here and
listen
to what you have to say to me if you're going to be like this.
Be like what? You're the one who got us into this specific situation. We're all the way over here. If we had started out late, we'd still be all the way over here because of your arrogance.
Yeah. I'm okay with being arrogant.
I'm not okay with you being arrogant.
Well, the fact of the matter remains is that we have someone on our team who's making that shit happen.
Oh, yes, you.
No, you, Finn.
I was helping you make the map. I thought being prepared.
What
for
did
the
I just
journey.
say about not talking unless you're being helpful?
Look, you're not the superior here. You're part of this team like everyone else.
I am the superior. I was assigned the position of the superior.
Which is a wrong decision.
That's not the point.
Regardless, I would assume, and he
I'm just gonna go
grasps
and lead
his
this
vest,
if they're gonna be like this.
and he places a hand on Hunter's shoulder.
Don't touch me. Seriously.
Regardless, I think a mouse guard would know.
Bitch, you're the first person to throw down the gauntlet of Mouse Guard. You cannot say anything
I'm going
good
to
about
use
that.
Guard's honor positively.
But I think, regardless of whether or not it was a wrong decision, it was a decision nonetheless, and a decision you must respect.
I don't respect anything you say at all.
A good thing that I didn't choose her.
Do you want to fate that or?
Yeah, sure, I'll fade it.
Another success.
Okay.
So that's 8?
Yep, 8.
Okay.
And I think I
That
will
was for
be
disposition,
going.
yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, I don't know if it has that, but I have the tired condition.
Yeah. We have a tired.
So I have tired and angry. So I guess will
Angry
doesn't come
factor.
Yeah, it doesn't
No,
come
this
in.
is
as
health.
I have hungry and thirsty.
Okay, so we got -2, so we're at 6.
I raise
-2.
my head to the rain, open my mouth, and quench my thirst.
Yeah.
I was
works in real life.
Nicholas looks at the sky and says, "Man, I thought we're just gonna be back to Lockhaven like in half an hour. Feel so tired from the Mouse Fires Festival."
What? You got a date there, Nick?
Does help factor into disposition or no?
Does angry?
Help.
No.
No help?
Yeah. Help can factor in, but it seems like everyone was bickering and you just soldiered on.
Well, Nicholas might help.
Yeah.
Well, I did help. Except I have in mind for the disposition, you mean?
Yeah.
So disposition help happens automatically unless
it's
it doesn't.
mandatory now.
Unless it doesn't, right? Unless specifically it doesn't, right? So
Torchbearer, Torchbearer is the one you need to have the stuff, and Mouse Guard it happens automatically.
Yeah, so you should have rolled an extra dice.
Yeah.
So you'd roll an
3
extra
more dice.
Oh.
You should roll 3 more dice for 3 helpers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm. And you spent a fate, so that would any of those also. You have another 6, so that should also happen. Wow, 3 more successes. Okay, so you're 9.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wow.
What a difference help makes. Okay.
Yeah, and I guess I'm going first. And
Makes
I
sense.
will be doing a cartography maneuver, like trying to trace a path from where we are to where we have to go, using this here map.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm getting help automatically?
No.
Not any-
No.
They nominate whether they want to help, but in most conflicts it happens automatically. But like for example, if you failed this or whatever, there's no real conflict other than the disposition goes down. So that's why, generally speaking, everyone helps. But narrative reasons, you know, if there's like a reason for a character to not do it, which there might be in this situation, you know. Yeah.
Well, whatever the case, we need to assign our order and...
Well, only 3 people get to do
moves.
something here, so...
Yeah. So who wants to go?
I won't be doing this help in this one, so... So technically you're getting 2 help with this, whatever this role is. Because you don't count the 4th person who's not in actively making like card stuff. So
okay, yeah. But the other 2 people need to put down their cards.
Yep. So that's Finn and Nicholas.
I'm gonna throw out a defend and use the map as supplies.
I'm using the map as supplies.
Yeah, it's equipped to
for
one
my maneuver.
Yep.
I'm leading with a maneuver.
So unlike outside of conflicts, you have to equip the supplies that you're using.
Okay.
Also, like how you have to choose before you roll which weapon you're using and shit. So
yeah.
All right, I'll do an attack. Attack.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Nicholas.
I'm last. I'm doing feint. That's with Pathfinder, right, Eric?
You're doing what? You're attacking?
He's doing a feint.
Oh, feinting. Yeah. Feinting is with Pathfinder.
Alrighty.
Flip damn shit.
Okay.
Ooh.
So, the sky gets dark almost immediately as thunder and lightning of a summer storm just erupts. Just pours down rain.
Okay. So gonna be maneuvering, and this is feint versus maneuver is versus or independent? Independent. Yeah. Okay.
So his feint does attack to us, and your maneuver builds stuff, I guess. Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'll just do my roll then.
Yeah, this is independent as well. Well, did you want helpers or?
I factored in the helpers.
Okay. Cool. So you got 3. So you can spend that how you want, and you lose 2 disposition.
Yeah, I'm going to do the...
So you can disarm, you can...
I'm going to do advantage and disadvantage.
Okay.
Plus 2 advantage for us, 1 disadvantage for nature.
Yeah, so I'm going to roll 3 dice, and then you're rolling an additional 2. Finn.
Okay. So, Pathfinder... 2. Hold on. Yeah, 2. And then I have 2 from help, 2 for the advantage, so that's 4. I'm gonna use compassionate positively.
How?
Yeah, I would love to see how you use compassionate in this emotion-filled sequence.
Well, it's because his original intent was to kind of like, I don't know, get back at Hunter for being a dick kind of to Skylark because of the way he's behaving since Skylark was named leader. So he was trying to, you know, I'm trying to think of the word. I am going on.
That's what I was hoping for.
I don't.
No, he doesn't apologize to Finn. He says "fuck Finn," not Finn. Hunter. He says he doesn't apologize.
Well, then I really don't. Okay, I'm really not saying compassionate's working. Continue.
His intentions were supposed to mean well, and then Skylark took it as bickering. He was trying to stand up for Skylark, and then Skylark lashed out. So he's trying to be like overly helpful. Like, you know, when you've made somebody mad, you try to be overly helpful. You know what I'm saying?
This is Finn's way of apologizing.
So you're trying to overcompensate. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't say you're sorry. You just take on more of the load, and you're like, and so yeah, while you guys are like trudging along through like,
I mean, I could choose generous, but I feel like compassionate is because it's more emotionally fueled instead of him noticing that he has something that she doesn't kind of deal.
Yeah, right.
So.
And like, yeah, and you're being like Skylark's like number 2 mouse right now, like repeating orders over the thunder. You know, calling him out, like watch to that hole, and like helping everybody get through. Yeah,
because like Finn doesn't see the problem with Skylark leading. He's like, let her lead. Let's see what she can do. That's why he helped with the map, you know, and that's why he.
So I'm just out of curiosity, how is me being impatient giving you the idea that I had a problem with a hunter had a problem with?
Because you were like, yeah, because you were being impatient. Exactly. Because the captain said, let's
every other team left, and then we got chastised for still being here.
But the captain said, the leader said, let's make a map. And you were like, nah.
I helped make the map.
But you were being rather impatient, you know, and you just stated that you think it was a wrong decision.
Yeah.
So therefore,
because we're
Finn's
lagging behind
instinct,
right.
Finn's instinct was correct. You had a problem with it.
I don't think the answer is, can the GM tell you can use compassionate here or not? I think the only way you'll be allowed to use compassionate here is if Skylark gives you permission. Because like it's Skylark the one who has to see it that way as being compassionate.
Probably, yeah. Actually.
Okay. Yeah. I think that has to be the answer.
You know, Finn's been at least to Skylark helpful. He like went and got like the leaf and has been generally civil to her, whereas Hunter's been very disrespectful.
Yeah, definitely.
It is a paradigm shift from other episodes where Finn just says, fuck it, I'm going to take down this barbed wire thing. And everyone else is like, let's do it.
Yeah, exactly.
And
I know.
Skylark definitely notices that.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I hope you know that, like Zippy, like as a GM, I know I see that. But like, I'm thinking about it in terms of like.
No, yeah, narratively. That's what I'm, yeah, that's.
Yeah. So like, I always wanted to bring that. That's perfect. Yeah, no, I love that. I love that stuff. And I hope you guys, I just want to do this also real quick because this is important that people know that people do this when they play games. I know we were like bickering, but that's character.
Oh yeah,
right?
no, that's all in character.
Yeah,
I know. I have no problem with Dave.
Right. And like, yeah, if there's anything like we can, you know what I mean, just like it's okay to ask. All right. Anyways, none of that mushy gushy bullshit.
No, it's all said in character.
Yeah.
So
all right.
We have very conflicting characters, so that's my fault. So,
Okay.
What ob did the GM give?
This is a independent text.
Oh, okay. So ob 1. So I'm ready to roll and throw down.
Do you have the 2
whatever.
for the
Yeah,
advantage?
I'm throwing 5 help because I have the 2 from the help, 2 from you guys helping, and then 2 from the advantage, and then 1 from my trait. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm throwing total of 7 dice.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Okay. What the fuck?
That's a lot of 6s.
Power of friendship. Hold up.
Look at that.
What is it? Fate.
What? 6, 4, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6.
I'm going to spend a fate.
Fuck?
No, Summer only has 5 disposition.
Well,
You already won, but like just see how much
you
rush it.
one-shot Summer.
Yeah. Let me see. I'm going to spend a fate because I've been stockpiling. And when I spend a fate to reroll 6, I have to choose a trait or a wise or whatever to reroll, or it just happens. Oh no, that's wises. Okay, never mind. Slash roll 3d6 greater than 4.
Exclamation point.
Oh, well,
Oh, that's fine.
2 successes.
2 more, so 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're down to 5 though, right?
You're down to 6.
6.
I already deducted.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's insane. Okay, yeah. So despite you guys marching through the mud and things, I think so. My goal here was to make you late, hungry, and tired. I'm able to get a partial concession out of you with a minor compromise. I don't think you guys are late because I think you're compassionate. I think you guys working together gets you there on time. But I do think I'm going to give you guys the tired because you guys do work together successfully. But you're all going to gain the tired if you don't already have it.
Makes sense
Now,
to me.
how does this work for like people that weren't in the conflict specifically?
You guys were all in the conflict. You just didn't go yet. But like narratively, you all were working together. That's part of conflicts. You chose to be, as soon as you chose to add your die to the disposition, you've tied your fate to this conflict.
Okay.
Yeah.
You are no longer a bystander. So with that though, that's an amazing roll. In fact, that is one of the most impressive rolls I think I've ever seen. Like not even a joke. I mean the other one obviously hats off to
Huey.
fucking Butcher Parkstone.
Yeah.
But you know, that being said,
Power of friendship.
I think narratively, like as we catch sight of, our goal, I just like turn to Finn and I'm like, you did good. Thanks.
yeah.
I said, yeah, you just need your chance. And I look and it's like, everyone needs a chance.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So, you guys finally show up to a grain cart that's been tipped over, but the mouse is standing there. They're clearly wearing like their red mouse guard cloak, and they just look pretty pissed as you guys finally make your way around the bend and see them. They hail you. They say, well, we're looking to see you before that storm hit.
Oh, storm hit faster than we expected.
It tipped over one of the signs and we couldn't put it back right, so we just decided to
I led them in the wrong direction.
Yeah, he was being a general asshat.
Oh,
I was trying to cover for you.
Yeah.
But if you want to step up.
It's fine. I was egged on by my teammate here, and to make an attempt to find you without the map that our team leader made, and that's what happened. That's why we're late. That's why you're wet.
That's not important. What's important is we're here, and we are here to help. So,
No, a mouse guard
greetings.
shouldn't lie, especially to another mouse guard.
But a mouse guard shouldn't abscond the chain of command
Stop.
given by another
Just
mouse
please, just stop.
All right. Well, here's the situation. This guard mouse is going to be angry with you for coming here late, and
I thought
they're
we
going
weren't
to.
late.
Well, you guys more late, like too late,
Okay.
is the problem. Is
Are
you
you
were
sure?
arguing.
Mhm.
Yeah. So you caught him in the nick of time, basically, before he was like, "All right, they're not coming. Now I need to go find them." Right. So you catch them. He's very frustrated, and I think what he's going to do is he's going to take his anger out on Skylark, because and they're specifically what they're going to say is, look at you all. Look at you making excuses and trying to cover for one another. Aren't you there? Pointing to Skylark. who's probably looks pretty disheveled, and I mean, you guys all kind of look like a mess, like a big old muddy mess.
Like
it's
a
like,
wet
you're the
mouse?
leader here. Why you can't let that type of dissension affect your ranks? See, it interferes with the mission, and he's gonna basically, you know, like chide you a little bit about this. But I want to know if any other of the characters want to step up and help Skylark here, because Skylark is going to be taking the brunt of it as leader of the group.
I would step up and say, no, you're wrong. You should be pointing that at me and no one else. I'm the one that made them go in the wrong direction. And I put a finger up to like Finn as he starts to talk, I guess. It's like, you shouldn't be chastising anyone other than myself. I'm the reason why this team's late.
No, it's
they're
right.
It's fine.
I'm the leader. It's my responsibility. I need to learn.
Don't take responsibility for my actions.
I'm the leader. I have to do that.
No, that's not what a leader does. A leader sets an example.
And I guess I didn't set a good enough example.
It's not about that, though. It's about why we're late.
Yeah. Now, you couldn't change the mind of this ornery mouse guard, this ornery red cloak mouse guard, if you want to. Their name's Boris, by the way.
Traditional mouse guard name. How would I do that?
Yeah. But you're going to need to put your money where your mouth is, or put your dice where your mouth is here.
Okay, sure, I can do that.
You tell me. Are you trying to come at the? I mean, to me, it sounded like you're trying to persuade them. To be like,
I can do that.
Like also as a leader, you need to maybe as a leader, but as a mouse guard, I fucked up though. I am the one who deserves the response, like to be the one.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll do that. That sounds good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Persuade them. Right.
Yeah. So basically, persuade them that to deflect most of the blame on you. Which is a very mouse guard good thing, I think. It's mouse guard.
Sure, taking responsibility for your actions. That sounds like a mouse guard thing.
Yeah. You're doing tests to do the right thing.
Sure.
And yeah.
I'll use.
So So I hope you realize I'm not trying to pick on you, Skylark.
Yeah, I got it.
I'll use bold positively, Eric.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you're talking out of turn.
Sure.
You're also shutting up Finn so you could get your words in edgewise.
Yeah. All right. What's the ob?
Well, they have to. It's a convinced. Not a convinced conflict, but it's a versus test. Thank you.
Oh my god.
I'll have you note that they're rolling 4 dice.
Yeah, and I rolled hot garbage, so.
Well, I rolled slightly cooler garbage.
All right. Well, I will then.
Leadership wise,
Yeah, I'm going to persona. My aha moment.
Right.
I guess in this case, maybe change my tact and be less overbearing, and maybe bring in actual choose my words better, I guess, would be the more the words I would use would be more reflective to say someone of a higher position, I guess. I can't remember exactly what I said here, but it would be more along the lines of less arguing and more poignant facts, almost like a debriefing mission thing, debriefing on the facts of what happened rather than say passing the buck or something.
Yeah, right. So no, I kind of know exactly what this looks like. Except I don't know what you say word for word, but as you step in to talk to him and say hold on there, tenderpaw, you're talking out of turn, right? This is a lesson for commanders and leadership, right? And leaders. And so then you're hold on, yeah, it was like, it's not just about leadership, it's about blah blah, and you start doing the things, right? And this is your odd thing, right? This is when you hit that first obstacle of like of intractability, and then you're like, no. But rather than like listen to them and understand it, you're like, no, these are the points, like a lawyer, right?
Yeah.
And you really like are helping Skylark here.
Okay, that'll work. 2 successes.
Yeah, that's enough.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Yeah, they're impressed for you standing up, and they say, well done. You the blame is yours there, Mr. Oak. Now, Skylark, your tenderpaw here has, and your charge has disobeyed and was reckless. What do you think we should do?
Spank him.
It's not that kind of game.
Nicholas.
Yes, you successfully convinced him you're to blame. So now they're asking the leader what your punishment should be.
Disciplinary. 20
Hunter.
push-ups.
Hunter.
Yes.
Did you understand what you did wrong?
Looking around, I want to bite back like real hard because like Finn just grinds my gears like no one's business. But while we're in the presence of an actual like registered carrying a cloak guard, he would say, absolutely.
And next time, what will you do?
I will use the provisions correctly and not let my ego affect things.
Okay. Good. Thank you. And I know we're all already very tired, so 10 push-ups and then we're good.
I sort of Hunter will sort of like look towards Finn and give like a smirk of like resignation, be like, of course, and then drop down. And
Boris is going to interject as you start doing your drop down in the mud and start doing a push up. He's like,
yeah,
belay the push ups, and there's a very serious look on Boris's face as he like eyes the brush around you. And we're gonna go to a break.
oh shit, it's happening, boys. Many thanks to our Patreon supporters for this week's episode. Head on over to patreon.com/Henley to support the growth of Die Party.
Hey everybody. Yeah, so our favorite hunter was getting ready to go do some push-ups when Boris calls out saying that, or belay that, there's something that's irked them. They go and investigate. They ask you guys to accompany them. They go down like this little ravine.
Okay.
There's definitely. Mm-hmm.
I'd like to sort of stay a little bit back and keep an eye not on just the situation, but also Boris.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Just
There's definitely, yeah.
So what's he leading us to?
As you guys like peer behind some of the grass, there seems to be a snake trail.
Okay.
Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes?
Indeed.
Shouldn't we avoid the snake?
Oh, it's in the territory. We should probably deal with it.
Well, yeah.
Just ignore and go home.
We can't ignore a problem like this, Nicholas.
I agree.
As the merchants travel these roads, we have to at least observe it, see what it's doing,
Maybe even find its nest, if it has one.
Indeed.
But we're not really equipped for dealing with snakes, are we?
Well, if you go back to the mouse guard and simply say you found one, they'll be like, okay, well, where is it? If we can't at least answer that, then we've done our job wrong.
We have the trail here.
Yeah, but that'll be washed away in the next rain.
I have this map, and I can mark it on this map.
I mean, Boris is going to say, look, I know you are all in training. I know it's summer. You have about another month or another season until, you're wearing the cloaks and going out here on your own. Now, I can't ask you to do this. If you want to
I'm in.
observe and document where it is, we close off the trails. We'll find another, and our pathfinders will find another way to Copperwood while we send in another team to take care of it now. Or we can attempt to drive off the snake ourselves. Now, I know you're all tired from your journey, and I know that there's some storm clouds among you as well, if we're not up to the task. And he says this in a very serious way. There ain't no shame in it. Not here.
I'm okay with helping.
This is real deal. You know?
It took my father and 3 other mice to take down the one that decided to make nests near our home. We're just one mouse guard and 4 tenderpaws, and he opens up his paws, and we don't have weapons.
I brought a sword. Did you not prepare yourself?
I have an axe.
I don't have a weapon.
Why wouldn't you?
Because I hate weapons.
What? Okay.
My
well, you
mind
have
is
your
a weapon.
brushes.
And it's always armed.
Well, it is true. I am very tired. But isn't this what the mouse guard expects from us? You say this trail is used by merchants and peddlers. I think we should explore regardless of how we feel. Hashtag that's my belief.
What's a hashtag?
It's a type of food. It's a type of breakfast.
Oh, okay.
Yo, Nicholas be hitting that hashtag.
Is
Yeah.
there any sort of roll I can make to see if this is completely on the level?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
This is
Common sense, 2 dots. No.
no.
It's just weird.
What
that
not on the level?
I just think it's kind of odd that a guard's mouse would be taking a bunch of mice that aren't even tenderpaws yet to fight a snake, given that snakes are pretty dangerous, and also how in the past all the guards mice that we've been with have been very protective.
Yeah.
So this seems very out of character for a guard's mouse.
Well, I mean, I guess this role really is to determine whether he's acting as a guard mouse or as the merchant right now, right?
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know.
Right now, it seems like he's acting as the guard mouse. And he's telling you, well, things have changed. We have to document where this snake is and update maps to give them the Lockhaven. That has to happen. Right? Because merchants use this road. And it's no longer considered safe.
That I'm okay with not fighting a snake.
Yeah, yeah. And Boris is asking you. He's not going to charge in there alone and do this, right? But there are 4 mice right here, and with Boris, it makes 5. You guys do have only another season of training before you would theoretically encounter something like this. And so that's why he says in a very serious face, there ain't no shame in just observing, documenting, and going back. We don't need no heroes today. But Nicholas is chomping at the bit.
I'm chomping.
Nicholas also went and got his tail ripped off. So
yeah, Finn doesn't want to do it.
Finn doesn't have a weapon. Like, if we were to do this, we need to like first make a weapon for Finn, and I'm in a leadership position, and I don't feel safe given that we don't even know what kind of snake it is to rush in.
We're not gonna just rush into the mouth of the lair, right? You have to
Observe first.
Absorb the snake. You must absorb its Ophidian essence, obviously. No,
we're animorphs now, you know.
Yeah, no.
We
have to scout it, find the lair, so they can close off the roads and everything with the maps. Exactly. That has to get.
Can, just for safety's sake, can I quickly try to make a makeshift sling for Finn, just so, in case something goes wrong, he can at least defend himself.
I have an idea. Could I use scientists to make Finn some kind of maybe an automated sling, a crossbow, something?
Let me just make a crossbow real quick.
Just make him a shotgun.
I think if you wanted to help Skylark here make a weapon, I think with scientists, I would allow you to fashion something better than a sling. Yeah, like a bow, if you wanted to.
Okay.
A crossbow.
Crossbows don't exist. So
maybe you can do a sling, and I can help do some kind of special ammunition.
Nicholas,
Sharp rocks.
The inventor of the first crossbow.
Make
Gunpowder rocks
explosive ammo for the spring.
Yo, yeah. Finn gets bomb arrows. He's fucking Link.
Oh gosh.
You don't have the materials to make bomb arrows, but I do like the idea of you improving the sling if you wanted to with bolt. And what I would say is you would with scientists, so you want to make two separate checks here then. One to get the sling, and then one to make the ammunition for it. That's what you guys are gunning for right now. Right?
I guess.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's do it one at a time. So let's do the sling.
Okay, what skill should I use for this?
Harvesting. No,
Laborer?
No. Here's the thing.
A sling is
what are you making the sling out of?
I would probably use materials from my own clothes and maybe my satchel, like the strap from it and stuff.
Yeah. So it actually to me sounds like Weaver.
Yeah. I'm good with Weaver.
God, I had a old GM who was obsessed with giving people the Weaver skill, like basket weaving skill in Dungeons and Dragons.
Of course.
And I could never think of a fucking use for it, but here we are, 4 years later, making slings out of weaving.
Weaver is the best skill.
I don't know. I think Laborer hasn't beaten, but
just wait till eventually we get around to playing Burning Wheel proper. Like that skill list insane.
Oh yeah.
Is anyone helping?
Can we help you somehow? I mean, like
fashion.
Weaving is like a single person thing, right?
You could harvest some materials, help with like holding things for me.
Yeah.
Sure.
We're not gonna. I'm not gonna tell you how you help. And you're right. It does seem like you're kind of constrained to making a single sling. That the onus is on you to solve that and how to help your fellow mouse guard here.
Okay. Well, sure. I'll use Laborer, Eric Bulgaris.
Me too.
Hold on. So you can't just say I use Laborer. You have to describe how you're helping.
Well, that's the thing. Like, she's using her own clothing. She's using her own bag, right? I guess, realistically, Laborer in this case would be, yo, I gotta go get some stones. Because he needs to sling something out of his sling.
Yeah, but that would be helping me because I'm doing the ammunition.
Okay, then
Yeah.
I can't help with this one, I guess. I don't know. Like,
Or you
I want to
I mean,
help.
I could help with moral support, but I've already been chastised for taking leadership off people, so I don't feel too comfortable doing that again. So that would be how Hunter would help, but he would probably hold back in helping, actually, if that's the case.
I'm going to help Skylark by using my scouting skill. I'm just gonna go around. I'm trying to find a thorn she can use as a needle. I'm guessing she has her stuff, but
that's
maybe it's
harvesting.
that would be
Trying to
harvesting.
find a thorn would be harvesting. Yeah. You're harvesting thorns.
Thorns, natural fibers, etc.,
Yeah.
etc.
Isn't Scout for finding stuff?
Yeah, but it's not hidden. This is specifically trying to harvest plant matter. Like to
I
help you
imagine
out
there's
here.
there's
I would
plenty of
allow
thorns everywhere, but it's more like
Right.
finding the right thorn, right?
So
Yeah.
I would allow survivalist as the alternative here. Scouting, I don't allow scouting here because it's not like you're not going against something here. You're not you know what I mean? Like you're not finding it's not this particular thorn isn't trying to hide from you. Right?
Yeah.
Or like something's not lying in wait for you, so you have to do this stealthily. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is
then
I would
Then
allow
sorry,
scientists too, but it'd be more difficult.
which
Because then it
one?
would be kind of like biological.
With scientists.
Yeah, I could allow that, but like I said, it would be an easier test to make if it's harvester, a moderate.
This isn't a test. This is for helping.
Oh, you're just
It's
helping.
just help.
Yeah, this is helping.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
But I don't have harvester or what's the other one you said?
Do you have lore mouse?
Um,
Oh wait, no, lore mouse wouldn't help. That's
Yeah.
animals.
Yeah, I know. I
Hunter.
don't have any.
Mm-hmm.
Hunter,
Oh no, you're asking about okay. Yep.
No,
No,
that's
I
more
only
about
have
that's for
labor
predator.
and scout. So no, so sorry, Skylark. Can't help.
Okay.
It's okay. Here's your chance to shine.
I'm going to use nimble positively.
Yeah. You've used that with Weaver all the time this game.
Yeah.
Super good.
It's sort of like that's why I picked it.
Yeah, you planned that out. That's super good.
Yeah. And what's the ob, sir?
2.
Okay.
I mean, it's a simple item, right? So.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
You're rolling my
I-
rolls tonight.
Can I
Apparently.
re-roll failures with the persona?
You can. It's called
With
the
an
aha.
applicable Y.
You have to use a wise though.
Yeah, I'm going to use my Legends of the Guard wise because I first started like going off of just slings that I saw around, but then I think back to Ellie because she always used a sling, and she was when I was little, like she told me about like her specific sling and the intricacies and workings of the sling, specifically the sling that she used to drive off an owl by pelting him in the eye with a stone. And you know, I was just gonna like stitch something together, but I needed to make sure to do some put in extra stitching around the middle section because that holds all of the force, the centripetal force generated in the stone slinging, and if I don't make sure it's properly reinforced, it could break.
Yeah, rocks going everywhere.
Yeah, and you don't want a broken sling when you're trying to drive off an owl.
Amen, sister. Amen.
Okay. Oh. Okay, now I know I no longer have persona.
Welcome to my life.
What the
Oh my god.
fuck?
Looks like you just weren't meant to make slings.
No.
God damn.
What the fuck? Hold on. So just so it's clear tonight, everybody who may be playing with us like at home,
10 dice, 0 successes.
about yeah, literally 10 dice, 0 successes.
It's like the opposite of the Butcher of Barkstone.
Yeah, not even an hour ago, we had 7 dice, 7 successes with 4 sixes. There is some weird RNGesus going on. That's all I'm saying.
That roll 20, what do they call it? The weird dice that they use for making the mathematics or whatever to make it random.
They use some sort of like cosmic interference random number generator.
Yeah, it's
like as literally the most random as possible.
I've seen it be like if you roll like 10 dice, right? I've seen it go 1 1 1 1 1 1 sort of thing. Like I honestly think that a lot of the cases, like if you roll them too quickly, it uses the same result. I think it's less about like the dice being random and more about like programming.
No, you can test that. You can test that out, and I'm sure they tested it out.
Yeah, maybe.
You can test to see if a sample of dice is considered within variation of the population. Like that's like that you can there's statistical methods for testing that, but
It all just falls apart in my hands.
Aha! Yeah. I've reinforced the right area. Test fire.
God. Yeah, I mean the answer before. That you haven't made a sling before.
Maybe it looks okay, but it's gonna blow his hands off when he tries my explosive ammunition.
Oh gosh.
I think you make it. Yeah. It's just that like the odds of you failing that test are so high. I feel like I want to make like a really significant failure state here. But no, I think I'm going to honor what you just said. And yeah, Nicholas, I think I'm going to agree with you there. I think you just made a really shoddy sling. And wow, so now you have a weapon. I think it's clumsy. So I'm going to give it the clumsy tag. So every time you would ever use it, it would give you a minus die to everything you do.
Better than nothing, at least.
Yeah.
Finn holds up the sling. Oh boy.
I'm sorry, I'm not really good at. I've never made a weapon before, and I know it's not very good, but it's better than nothing. And I don't want you eaten by a snake.
No worries.
I'm sure.
It's fine.
I'm sure you can get something better when we get back to Lockhaven. Your dad has all those weapons. I'm sure he'll give you something good.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Don't worry.
Or I can fix it later.
You know what? I feel like I can use this.
Yeah. It's just.
Why didn't you just make a spear or something? It's just a sharpened stick.
You know what?
Fancy.
I got this. I got the snake. Let's go get the snake.
Okay. Well, we'll scout first. We're scouting first. Yeah, we're scouting first.
Yeah. So now Boris is going to suggest again that look, you haven't graduated yet. You do not have to do this.
It's for the god. I'm ready.
We should at least scout it out first, and then we can always decide when we get closer if it looks too dangerous, we can pull out, right?
Well, if it's a choice, fighting a snake or living.
Finding a snake, yeah.
Finding a
not
snake
fighting.
Or living.
I'm not okay with this. I'm not super convinced that we should fight it. We're just looking.
Here's the thing. Boris is going to do it by himself anyway. So, I say we help him. Would you rather have a mouse guard do it by himself?
Well, Boris looks very capable and able to take it on himself. And I take the sling and I place it in Boris's hand. Good luck, fellow mouse guard.
He already has a weapon.
He has a sword. Yeah.
I know it was just like kind of like I'm good with this whole looking for snakes.
You know what, Finn? Actually, maybe it's okay if you go back to Lockhaven and report that we are doing this. I think that is a good idea too. Because
Wonderful.
I mean,
I just don't like snakes.
No one likes snakes.
Yeah, it's okay.
That's not the point.
No. Boris is gonna override and say, "No, we're not splitting up like this. We don't know where the snake is. No one's going anywhere until we can identify where it is, and then we can go. We don't have enough information."
Then why did you give us the choice? If we're going after it and that's an order, we need to just do that.
Well, I need to know if we're gonna pursue it or not.
Finn squints his eyes. Pursue it. We're already finding the damn thing. You want us to fight it? Nah. No. No, that's the last grain. I am not fighting a snake. Those things are terrible. One of them almost ate me when I was a kid. No, absolutely not. I am not going anywhere near one of those behemoths.
That's why you have a sling, so you can stay far, far away.
I take the sling back from Boris. All right, let's go find the snake. Come on.
Okay.
Snake it is.
All right. Let's find this snake. So, this is gonna be a group test.
I would like to use my generational snake wires that I got from my dear deceased father, Eric Whiskers.
Nope.
Nope.
Hard no.
I want to do the test. That's all right.
You have scout?
I do. I have 4 fails in Scout, so I need some passes.
Oh my god. You sure you're the right person to do it then?
I'm gonna put a hand on Hunter's shoulder and say, "You, I think you got this, man. I believe in you."
He's Nicholas, not Hunter.
Not Hunter Nicholas. Damn it.
We're gonna track this snake. It's probably just like a fruit snake or something.
Yes, look for like the trail that looks like a dragged rope.
Yeah. Alrighty, so who's helping?
I'm
I'll help.
helping.
I'll help with
Alright, Finn, if you don't want to be in the ground, just climb that tree. Tell me what you see.
All right, fine. He
I'm letting
climbs
you
up the
know.
tree.
So obviously Boris is helping you, but I'm rolling 7 dice.
as the snake or as Boris?
As a snake.
Oh, sorry. What am I thinking of? Yeah.
Boris isn't making the test. Nicholas is.
No, I get that. I was just being dumb.
7 dice. Okay.
But Eric rolls 1s. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Like my 7 dice is like.
Might as well be like 1
2d4.
dice. You know, like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
I don't know. He's had some good successes rolling his snakes before.
Snakes.
So how are Skylark, Hunter, and Boris helping?
I would be pretty eager to be up front, so probably Pathfinder on my end.
Good.
I'm gonna help with Hunter. You know, experience finding and identifying trails and tracks of various animals. Maybe making sure you're not losing like the tracks of the snake, and identifying like when it's like doing a feint sort of thing, or if it does any sort of weird movements, or if it like goes over some like gravel where it's hard to follow it. Maybe identify its general behavioral patterns, sort of thing. Anyway.
I'm scouting up a tree.
Aha, there he is.
boy.
He's up the tree. Good job, you found him.
It's a boa constrictor. Damn it.
It is the tree. You climb the snake thinking it is a tree. That's the problem.
So is Boris helping, Eric?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I have 4 help dice, plus 1 for the map, plus another one for inquisitive trait, because we're super through these tracks. And is that it? And I'm gonna use a persona point to add an extra die. So that's 7 dice here, plus my 2 for the skill. And we're rolling a versus, right? I am ready.
I'm ready as well. Let's go.
Okay.
5 successes, 8 successes. These dice are insane.
It's crazy. You know what? I think that the
3 sixes on
random
my
is kind of it's not working.
See,
today.
that's what I'm saying. Like that. If you look at Derek's rolls, he got 3 6s in a row, then 3 5s in a row. So I see that. I see that a lot.
Right?
I get that.
You know that's possible, right?
But in the amount of dice I've rolled in this system, I see that a lot more than I see anything else. So,
I mean, I know it's possible, but what are the odds?
Okay.
Kika does it twice, and then I don't know who else did it like an hour.
yeah.
But how many dice have we rolled through all of our sessions and everything so that this would happen? That's what I'm saying. It's like it's a gambler's fallacy. Although what's interesting is I'm looking at the number of repeated numbers.
That's what I'm saying. It's the repeated numbers.
Has had repeated numbers.
Yeah, it's not about whether you succeed or not. It's just the numbers repeat themselves. Like if you roll like a lot of dice in a small instance of time, the system just repeats the result like a couple of times and then it rolls again. Like that's all I think it is. That's.
I'm interested in seeing it. I'm definitely at the point where I'm gonna. It's close. It's spooky. It's definitely spooky.
Look,
how crazy the
it's
dice
especially
is.
prevalent in D10 games. I'm not sure why. Like World of Darkness games and that sort of stuff. They get a lot more the same results happening back to back. I don't know why. Could be an API setting. Could be something else. Could be a macro problem.
Could be. I mean, my macro is too simple to have problems. If it's anything, it's roll 20s.
Yeah.
I roll. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay.
Well,
you succeed. Yeah. So you guys are able to safely find the lair of the snake. It's a den. You guys have been traveling for a couple miles. Like the trail was pretty old. After the so it clearly like must have slithered by, and I think the realization it's Boris that it slithered by while he was waiting for you. Yeah. So now we're at the point where you guys can turn back. You have found the lair of the snake. You can document it and bring it back now, and we can be done. Or do you fight it?
I draw my sword, Eric.
Like you don't see the snake. Like no. So I want to be clear. Like no one's just seen the snake. You just see like, sort of like a gully, like a log going over it, and you can see that it like dips down, and it's just the telltale signs of a snake burrow.
But is it clear that it is inhabited? Could be like an empty lair. No.
I mean, yeah. There's no way of knowing, but like the trail leads into it, right? Like the fresh slithering does lead into it. So I guess that is the telltale sign of it being inhabited. I don't know. Like you see them coming and going. Like near the front of that place is sort of just a mess of multiple trails.
All right.
While we're hiding in the shrubbery, Eric Vulgaris, I draw my sword, eager to jump into the snake's den.
Are you sure, Hunter?
Yeah, I mean, why not? It's a threat to the mouse territories.
I know, but do you have experience doing this?
Well, that's what I'm going to get by doing this.
Well, if you're doing it, I'm in.
What are you going to do, Skylark?
I don't feel comfortable just rushing in, especially if we can't see what kind of snake it is or what kind of position.
We should smoke it
Like
out. We should start a fire and throw smoke in there.
It would be difficult considering it just rained. I already thought of that. Everything's damp and wet.
Finn calls from the tree. Hey, here's a wild idea. We found the lair, mark it on the map, and let's get back to Lockhaven before the dragon comes out of the cave and eats us.
Maybe you shouldn't scream from the top of a fucking tree.
Well,
Oh
we
my
shouldn't
God.
be here anyways.
Boris, what are you going to do?
I mean, Boris is waiting for your answer from Skylark if you guys are going to proceed in or if you guys are going to leave.
I don't think we have enough information to, especially with us not having any formal combat experience, and
I've been training
Not being the
combat
most
my entire
well-armed.
life.
I haven't. Snakes, like us going up against a snake is kind of a tall order.
Even
Don't you
Finn
think?
has had combat experience. I see him in the morning sometimes. And, you know, Nicholas here, he does it as well. I mean, he's carrying an axe half the size of him. This is what Mouse Guard do, Skylark. If we don't be the ones that take care of this, someone else is going to do it. And if they get injured, that's on the people who left it here for the first place.
But
We have an opportunity to create an ambush when it comes out of this hole. We know where it is.
I know we know where it is, but we don't know even what kind of snake it is.
Nicholas, did you bring any gunpowder with you?
No. Muted, I think.
Yeah.
But no.
Okay.
Sorry, I was muted. Yes, I do. I have it.
You would have brought it with you?
I mean, it's in my sheet. So.
Got him.
All right. Okay.
What if
But
we
you don't-
Gunpowder's wet.
You don't know Nicholas has the gunpowder, though.
What do you mean?
Like, did Nicholas like tell us that
he
he
was
had
talking about
gunpowder with
making
it?
explosive bolts, so I assume he would have
Or
mentioned it to us, right?
Rocks.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay.
I mean,
What
we
do you
could,
want to do? Like a bomb ambush or something?
well, we could just roll it down there and explode it and collapse the tunnel on itself. You know, there's plenty of things we can do without actually having to get inside of its mouth.
It's a very good idea.
But if you guys get injured, then that's
That's on us.
me. And no, it's on me. I'm the leader.
Yeah, well, you listen to our opinions, and we're the ones who want to do it, and we're the ones that have formal training.
If we're gonna do this, then I'm gonna have to lead it.
Fine.
Okay.
Okay. So you're going to fight it.
Yeah.
I guess realistically, are we gonna try and break its nest? Is it like destroy its home? Is that our goal?
I think it's feasible.
I think our goal is like general drive it off.
It'll just come back though if its home's here, right?
Is this going to be a check or a conflict, Eric?
This would be
It's
a
going to be a
conflict
complex obstacle.
or a complex obstacle.
Finn, it's like, why do if we're really serious about this?
You in the tree, or did you come down?
Oh, I'm still in the tree.
Okay, so you're yelling this then?
Yeah, I'm like, why don't we blow up the entrance to the den?
We already discussed that. You're not down here to hear it though.
Just blow it up. Just blow it up. Right? Because if that snake comes out, I'm gone. Like GONE.
Any.
Yes, gone. Higher up this tree.
Well, when you do, wrap your tail around your stomach so it doesn't get bitten off by nothing.
Nicholas, do you think you can rig something up to, blow this?
I think I have enough to blow the entrance.
Okay. That might scare it off. If it doesn't, then it's going to be pretty ornery.
Wow.
So we should also make sure that we're set up out here with maybe some sort of projectiles to throw at it to maybe get a good round of injuring on it before it can reach us and engage it, and before we have to engage it, like all up and close in the rough and tumble, right? Like not just like one thing. We should have stages in this. Like we blow the entrance, and if it comes out, then there's a trap that it runs into because it's coming out all angry, sort of thing,
And then projectile weapons, and then we're rushing.
I'm basically saying we want to plan B, C, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, etc., right? as many plans as we can, and stay as far away from its mouth as we can, as many stages as possible.
Okay.
So we'll make a bomb, make a trap. You have any ideas, Finn, on what else we can do on top of everything else?
Y'all could you guys could make what are those palisades?
Right, we're going to construct a castle around this thing, and then we're going to
No. The logs or the spiky things that you angle in the ground, so if it decides to slither up out of its home, it gets stuck and impaled.
That is a good plan. I like that.
So
You
from
got
the
any
fact that we
plans for
have
us?
to cut down trees and
No, you could just use what you would to make a spear. Just think of spears, but they're stuck in the ground.
Yeah, and we do have an axe. What do you think, Boris?
He shakes his head. This looks like a milk snake slayer. They're crafty.
They're crafty, so they aren't likely to just rush out and attack right away.
Yeah.
So do you think maybe it might have a back entrance that we could trap up?
Yeah. He nods and says, yeah, most lairs will have a back entrance.
Okay, we should try to scout that out too.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So we're gonna look, and we're gonna try to find the hidden way into the snake slayer.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's leading
If
this?
you guys don't mind, if I get another pass in scout, I go from 2 to 3.
do it.
I'm okay, and I will be helping with my hunter again.
Alrighty.
How many helps we getting
Okay.
here?
So
I'm helping with
So,
Scout from the tree,
I'm-
just keeping an eye on the entrance to make sure that the snake, the snake is crafty, and we read the tracks wrong. If it's outside, Finn will be watching. He's kind of guarding the entrance with his
okay.
little sling.
Mm-hmm.
I did my best.
No, I'm not. I mean, Finn's he has a sling now. He's not berating at all. He's just like, I got a sling.
Okay.
So I'm guessing, Eric, that what Nicholas is doing is, I mean, the snake, if the lair has 2 entrances, the snake probably uses both, depending on where it's moving from. So the tracks that led us to this entrance some of them must lead out to in another direction that leads to the other one. So that's what I'm gambling for. Am I getting help from the four of you?
Sure.
I am, right?
Yeah.
Alrighty. I also have Skylark's map. Is there an up for this, Eric, or am I rolling against the snake again?
No, you're actually going against a fixed obstacle here because you're trying to find something that's hidden.
And then what is it?
This is going to be an obstacle 4.
All right. Okay, here we go. I have a 6 there.
You do. You can roll that.
You do.
I'm going to do that. The fate point. I have one. My only one left. Oh, it didn't work.
No.
What's gonna happen? I have another failing scout. I have 5 now.
Let's see what your. I think you find it, but I think you're hungry and thirsty.
Okay.
And everyone else who helped without a wise is also hungry and thirsty.
All right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm already hungry and thirsty.
Yeah. So you guys stumble around, going through the weeds and everything. I imagine it sounds a lot like on a summer's day after it rains. I imagine it's just full of the sounds of bugs and stuff all over, and it's
Crickets
sticky.
and shit.
Yeah, it just feels sticky. You guys are often in like a definitely sort of like a floodplain kind of area where the snake would hang out. Boris is getting a little more stressed, I think might be the best way of putting it. He begins piping up saying, I don't know. As you guys as you're are looking through this place and being like, I don't know, maybe we should just be going back. I'm getting a worse and worse feeling about this.
And what are you going to tell everyone back at Lockhaven?
There's a snake.
Are you taunting him?
I am.
Yeah. There's a snake slayer here, son. This isn't a tail measuring contest.
Yeah, we have the location of it. We know where both the front entrances and the back entrances, and I think we did good considering.
So we're going to go back, and then it's going to make it someone else's problem, are we?
Yeah.
Well, you can volunteer to come back out with them if you want.
Fine, if that's what we're doing.
We're already tired and hungry. I don't think facing this head on is the best plan right now.
Yeah. You find the other way into the lair, right? But the problem is that it's clearly like a hole in the ground that dips down, and it's currently kind of like like how the toilet has that U shape in it. This one, it has something like that where it's full of water.
The ring catch.
Yeah, sure, the ring catch. That it's full of water, so like
It's called a U-bend,
basic,
actually, but
whatever. Yeah. So that's what's going on over there. So you find the back entrance to it, but in order to get to it means you guys are gonna have to swim into this lair, and that's kind of really the part where he's like, I wouldn't even asking this of even a guard's mouse is asking too much. We either double back to the front or we rewrite this off. And once again, and like it looks, and this time he looks at you like Hunter and says like, there isn't any shame in it in backing out.
that sounds like something you've done before.
Only something I wish I've done.
Mm-hmm.
You should head back.
Well, if that's what you're ordering, then I have to
I'm not
follow.
ordering. He looks over and says, Skylar, yeah. this. Oh wait, that was Skylark saying it. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I think I am, because this is there's no shame in admitting when something is a bit big for us right now. And as I said, if you want to like volunteer to come out here with the guards mice, then that's up to you. I would be happy to like fully recommend you, because you are very brave and very capable. But right now, I don't think we are prepared for this.
I love the idea that Hunter's sitting there and he wants to say something because everyone around him keeps telling him there's no shame, but that's all he fucking feels if he was going to go back, you know? Like 100%. That's the entire feeling that he would have is just complete shame because, you know, coming back with a problem solved without having to bring more people into this would be the best and optimal solution that he wants. But, you know, and I can see what's going to happen if we go back. The answer is going to be no, we're not bringing a tenderpaw with us. So that shame will be with him for a long time, especially when people come back injured, which they will.
On the other side, the praise you're gonna get if you make it.
He's not interested in the praise. He's more interested in the fact that he doesn't want anyone else to have to deal with this, right? Because, you know, that's what's going to happen. In the meantime, who knows what the snake is going to do? We have it in this place. So he will begrudgingly just feel like, as you want, leader. We will return to Lockhaven with information about a threat to the mouse territories.
Yes. That is what we will do. Okay, let's head back. Finn, we're going.
Oh, great! Yes, finally! And he like, he's like coming off of a limb, and he's kicking his feet, and he drops onto the ground. And he's like, "Okay, all right. So, how is the snake?"
Okay. So Boris says, "All right, if we're going back, I need to bring that cart with us." And so you guys go back. You grab the cart, and yeah, I think you guys get going.
All right.
What's the trip back like?
Did you mention a cart?
Yeah, it's the grain cart. He was supposed to be the grain peddler you're supposed to meet up with.
What's in the cart?
Grain.
Grain. Sacks of grain.
Is it just green?
And a shard of adamantium ore. No, this is great.
I think on the way back, I might try. Like, Skylark still kind of has that like extra test thing on her mind, and she might try to like wheedle out like the guards mice for it, like to find out if he was supposed to be like a spy thing. Like use deceiver to sort of like trip him up while he's not really paying attention and in character.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something I can do?
I mean, is there an intention? Like, hold on, one more. Can you repeat that for me one more time? Because I'm trying to think if there is.
She has her like extra goal that she needed to do as the leader, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though that sort of seems like it's been called off, she still sort of wants to find out if he was a spy or not.
Yeah, you totally could find that out.
Okay.
So, do you want to try to like persuade him to divulge it, or?
I want to use deceiver to sort of like trip him up while he's like not really paying attention and his mind is on the snake.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I would like to use curious positively for this.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
Because
definitely.
I am super curious.
Okay. I'm ready when you are. I'm rolling 4 dice.
Okay, and I have 3, and it's going to be terrible. I'm going to get all zeros. Okay, let's go.
I have a feeling you're going to be aiming to get your
dang.
Beat me.
curious up to 3. come winter.
We made it.
The curious. I've used curious 8 times.
What is mine at, actually? I've been pretty diligent with that, but I think my highest one is obviously fearless. It
Yeah.
sits at 11, with bold sitting at 7.
Yeah, I have curious at 8 with a nimble at 6. So yeah, it looks like I solved your spy puzzle there, Eric.
Yeah. So what this kind of plays out with is asking if there is a spy or anything like that.
Yeah.
And I think I'm gonna leave it up to you how you get it. But
It's like,
you
oh, man.
you learn that because like here's the answer, and I want to hear how you think how this would play out.
Okay.
The answer, this test wasn't actually for you to figure out if there was a spy or not. The test was if you guys could decide if you wanted to fight the snake or not.
Yeah.
If you would like work together, and would you be like brazen and like you know. So the test was like, it was like a fake test, right? Like the test was to do this one thing, but the actual test was to see if you would go in and fight the snake or not. And there wasn't a right answer.
Yeah, I probably would be like, oh man, that with all that snake stuff, I completely forgot that this was a mouse guard test. Like, geez, that was pretty intense. I was super nervous.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. This is probably a private conversation
yeah.
between them. And I think he says to you, he's like, no, he's like, between us leaders here, there was no snake.
Wait, what?
That was driven out a while ago. He goes over and he points back and says, my partner Timble and I set up that snake trail there a couple of days ago.
Oh, that was super convincing. Did you drag a big rope?
He's like, I'll tell you what, if you stay good, he's like, no, what he says? He's like, I know, a good magician doesn't reveal their tricks.
Man.
You learn a lot. You learn a lot on the at the scent border.
Dang.
And he probably like laughs a little bit and says, we used to pretend we used to set up fake snake trails like this to stop the weasels in the weasel wars, to keep them a little bit more predictable.
Oh wow, that's a super good idea.
Yeah.
Man, I really want to learn that now. Maybe
Good
Tulip
time.
can teach me. Tulip Tendertail. She's supposed to be my mentor. Hunter mentor.
And he goes, Tulip. Why do I know that name?
Oh, she's friends with my aunt. Oh, Ellie. Ellie's my aunt.
You know.
Oh, and he looks at
You know Ellie, right? You remember?
Oh.
You know Ellie? You know Ellie? Yeah?
And he's like, oh, wait. Oh, you're that group, he says.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we've heard stories about you all.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
No, don't be. And he goes over and he says, Tinbull down over in Blackrock occasionally has a story contest, and the person with the worst story has to pay for everyone's meals and stuff. No, you have been flush with good stories. I haven't had to pay for a meal in quite some time.
Wait, you've been exploiting us for free meals and you haven't like paid us royalties or anything?
Yeah, of course you do. What's the point of having tenderpaws? No, he says, don't worry. It's like, no, don't worry. I guess well, since you put it that way, miss, you try to steal the fun out of it.
I'm just gonna like grin at him.
Yeah. Yeah, it says, was this you did all right. like after like maybe like there's a silence or a calm, or he's like, y'all did all right.
Yeah,
You're gonna turn out fine.
it's just really hard to get
I have a
Hunter to like
question.
stop when he sets his mind to something. So you kind of need to like take it slow with him sometimes.
I'm the handicapped child now.
No, you're just kind of like stubborn. Being a leader's hard.
It is. But
So can I get some of this grain?
Remember the-
Is this for like everyone, or is it like we actually have to deliver it, sort of thing?
oh, he's like, no, this is actually for Ivydale.
Ah, dang.
This.
I'm really hungry.
I know, and he just says, well, you remember, can't put the desire of self above another.
True.
We must strive no less to serve the greatest good. Now,
Yes.
I'll leave
Blood
it.
and
Yeah,
water and all of that.
I'm gonna leave it up to you, Skylark. If you want to tell your companions or not that snake was real or not.
I feel like they'd feel silly if they thought it wasn't real. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. Anyway,
Yeah, the journey otherwise is pretty uneventful. You guys can just kind of just relax as best you can on the back of this cart as you guys take turns pulling it and bringing it back to Ivydale and then to Lockhaven. So when you guys get to Ivydale, though, we'll take the player's turn in. Okay.
okay.
All right. Do we need to make a like Pathfinder check or some shit?
No. To go back to Lockhaven. No, I'm just saying you guys make it to civilization. So if you wanted to like, your test's done, you're going back to Lockhaven. If you wanted to rest in Ivydale, it's possible, or Lockhaven. I know you're from Ivydale, so I thought that might be interesting. But like, just you have the opportunity, or you can flash forward to Lockhaven and do what you want to do in Lockhaven. I'm not gonna like hold you to that or anything like that. This is just entirely up to you as a player's turn, right?
I have a
I just
question.
want to give you a little more flexibility.
If the snake was fake, then what was this test all about? Was the mouse guard trying to see if we were eager to face it, even though we're students? Or if we
Yeah.
would just cowards and go back immediately?
No, the test was about whether or not you could work together as a team and decide to face something as a group when death is on the line.
Yeah, well, we did.
Yeah. It's like when shit hits the fan, do you have a mouse who like runs into danger all by themselves, right? Like how do you do that? You know what I mean? And it's specifically it's more tied to leadership. This is more of a leadership test of anything of how do you do that stuff, and Skylark passed. Right. I'm not gonna lie, like the test is more geared towards the leader here of like how do you manage a group? And then like when there's an actual threat of danger, what do you do?
So what was in Ivydale again?
His bakery's there. Real good treats. The best. Speaking of which, I could fucking go for an apricot Danish so bad right now. Mouth is watering.
Ellie's parents' bakery is in Ivydale.
That'd be super old. Probably retired.
Nah, man, they have like the super
Nah,
cool
they still
family
run
recipe.
it.
Maybe Ellie's like brother or sibling or something is running it now.
Yeah. But like Ellie's dad's still like out there in a rocking chair out front greeting everybody. Oh
Being
yeah. it's
super friendly and kind of weird.
So
Yeah.
what is the order and the conditions we need to recover?
You have to
First hungry.
recover. Thank you. The condition order is. Do I not have a? list for you of that.
Wouldn't it be angry, then hungry, thirsty, then tired, then injured?
No, it's
then sick?
hungry, thirsty is
Oh.
first.
Okay.
It's hungry, thirsty, angry, exhausted, tired. The way it works is like an easy way to do it is to remember the obstacles. The difficulty of the obstacles is also the priority. Hungry and thirsty is op 1. Angry is op 2. Tired is op 3. And that's how you know the order of priority is 1, 2, 3.
It's also just weird that they I've realized why they've split it. They've made it look like this in the conditions checkboxes, but like it doesn't help to, because in this case it looks like angry goes first and then hungry and tired. But,
I know.
Yeah.
Because they wrote it alphabetically, I think, or something.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
I
they
know.
wrote it so that they have enough space to put that text in, I guess. I don't know, but like, yeah, it's okay. So hungry and thirsty, I guess. Okay. Well,
I would want to go to the Tuft Family Bakery personally to clear that hungry, thirsty. But that's just me.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
gonna do, Eric?
Isn't Nicholas broke, by the way? Is that true? Are you broke?
Me? Nah, I have one resource.
No, not you. I thought Nicholas was broke. I thought he
I am
was.
yeah.
broke.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
I went broke.
Yeah.
That time I invited dinner for everyone.
Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry, I forgot. I was good times.
Okay. I would like to spend a check, Eric Vulgaris, if we're on the player's turn right now.
Yeah, we are.
To do hungry
Surprise!
and thirsty.
Another.
But I remember you saying that there's like a militia here, right?
Every town has a militia.
And
Every
that
town has a police force.
Yeah, and that my mother was like head of that, or like some sort of like.
No, your mother is the attaché to Ivydale. Like they're the counselor to the mayor, right?
Okay. Still, that wouldn't change much as to what I'm going to do here. I'm going to go to like the militia place. I want to say that I've been hanging around the militia stuff for a while as a kid, right? You know, like being interested in like the swords and shit.
Yeah.
Specifically, I want to go to the mess hall when all the like guards are eating and like sit down at the table with them and eat a meal with them specifically.
You're not gonna be allowed.
Okay.
The reason for that is because of the delineation between like Mouse Guard and city. Like Mouse Guard are not treated as guards mice, or like they're not, you don't have jurisdiction here, and so like they see it as bad that if you would like to dine with them in that way, in like an official like the militia's their thing, like they're an operating unit, and it's like you can't, if you're here's a good example, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're a veteran, could you just you're a veteran, you go back home, would you go eat with like the police officers and like wear your uniform? You know what I mean? Like
I would not be able to answer that, but what you're saying is fine. I understand that in the context.
You could convince them, because like I see an angle of saying like, come on, and I'm here, like we grew up together, right? Like let me just hang out with you guys. Can I hang out with you guys as an Ivydale resident?
Yeah.
So
well, I mean, if they're still anti that, I understand. I'm not going to ruffle feathers, but at the same time, I'm intentionally not visiting my mother.
Sure. Okay.
I want to make that obvious. But
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'd also like to recover hungry, thirsty in some way, but because that's the only one that I can work on. So
that's an op 1. Yeah.
Ob one
Right.
what?
Yeah. I don't think all right. That's fair. I don't think I explained what I was talking about clear enough, because so I just wanted to try to reiterate it one more time before I drop it.
Mm-hmm.
There is the relationship between cities and the Mouse Guard is that the Mouse Guard do not have jurisdiction inside the cities and their territories. Right?
Yep.
The Mouse Guard only have jurisdiction on the trails, the roads between cities. And so for a Mouse Guard to like be here and go dine with the militia makes it seem like the Mouse Guard are like in charge in a way, rather than like, or you just have to like request permission, right, to dine with them.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't go out of the way.
It's not a given. You're not allowed to just
I like the
show
idea
up.
that there was still like all right, like
You're a civilian.
I like
when
the
you're
idea
young.
that there was still technically, like Hunter would still go up there and he would walk in, and then maybe people would go quiet because it's pretty obvious that Hunter went off to whatever.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
And you
Yeah.
know, maybe one of the older militiamen will come up, put his arm around him, and be like, "Hunter, lad, you can't be in here," and all that sort of shit.
Yeah,
and
no,
explain it
that's
to
exactly
him.
what it's like. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a way better way of me just then fucking just telling you. That just should have been the scene. Yes, but yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
good.
So you know, little dejected, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess he would, you know, think about going home. Doesn't do it. And he will just go to, I don't know, a bakery, I guess. He said there was lots, so it doesn't really matter which one. And I guess that's a resources roll, right? Or is that like a, what is that?
Are you just trying to buy?
No, I'm trying to recover.
Hungry? No, like to recover hungry and thirsty, you must do one of the following.
Mm-hmm.
It's all top one, whatever it is, but baker, miller, I think is the other one. You could use a resources test to just buy your way.
Mm-hmm.
These are all possibilities, but you're also home, and if you wanted to see your mom, they could feed you for free.
I don't want to though. I'm intentionally
know.
avoiding her. Okay. Yeah, I will. Can I use Harvester and maybe like go pick some apples from an orchard or something like that?
Harvester?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just go eat, and just go eat some like whatever is growing out there.
Yeah, just like pilfer something. Yeah.
Sure. Like you used to do as a kid.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, go to old man Larkin's fucking crop and just be like, take a few carrots or whatever. I don't know.
Farmer Market's crops again.
Yep.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Go with it. Side note, I've been reading Lord of the Rings again. Hot damn.
Yeah.
It's a weird book.
Yeah, it's weird.
I don't know. I don't like it makes no sense why it's so popular.
What's the
like
up
it
here?
seems so niche and weird.
Oh,
Sorry,
one,
it's
right?
probably
Yeah.
what?
You could have like a whole stream on
Sweet.
Lord of the Rings and why it became popular and stuff. But
Yeah. Like side note though, I do love the book personally. It's just
yeah,
All right.
nailed it.
So I guess Skylark, you're next. Yeah. You're the only one with
Yeah.
the second one.
I am going to the Tuft Family Bakery.
Okay. Cool. So this isn't technically your like by rules your family, but I'm willing to stretch this to say that this is your family if you want it to be.
They're Tufts.
Yeah.
You know how Tufts are.
Yeah.
It's like
They-
even if you're not family, you're family.
Yeah, that's fair. And maybe you don't feel like wanting to take advantage of their hospitality. But yeah, no, you come over and they visit, and the old man's on the rocker. I forget your Ellie's dad's name.
I think it's listed on the her sheet.
Yeah, let's see. Tenlian and Ethel. So it's Tenlian.
Yep, Tenlian.
So Tenlian. Are
Okay.
they? Yeah, is he like? Oh, hey, I know you.
Hello, great
Look at
Uncle
you.
Tenlian.
Oh.
Related? Shit.
Yeah.
What
It's
are you?
been-
What are you doing in these parts? I thought you were off being a mouse guard.
Oh, we had a test down towards, we were kind of in the area, and we came through here on our way back to Lockhaven. I thought I should stop by. Family's important and all that. Plus, I haven't seen you since I was much smaller.
Families, and he's like, families are the most important.
Everyone's my family, apparently.
It's like, yeah, that's what Ellie says. And Ellie says that everybody in the Mouse Guard is basically the family of everyone in all the mouse territories. So, I don't know. It gets kind of complicated. She says she would say a lot of things that were very big and complicated, and I couldn't quite understand them at the time, but it's sort of starting to understand now, I guess.
Yeah. I think it's a big juxtaposition between this guy and Ellie, who's like literally running the mouse guard, and he had like their dad is like this like simple, like nice, down to earth baker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Anyways, yeah, and he goes like, "Oh well, no mouse guard here is going to be paying for a meal. Not as long as I can help it."
But
And he tries to stand up to like give you a hug. By the way.
No. You said I'll like go to him and give him a hug, like while he's in his chair.
Yeah, he smiles as his nose twitches, and it's like, it's so good to see the young group. It's refreshing. It's like territories are really good, you know.
Yeah.
Just
I made this cool map of around Ivydale.
And he's gonna try to like get you so like you can like come around and like show him that. He's like, "Oh, what's that? Who did all these drawings? Look at this shading." He's like, "Oh, this shading is beautiful."
My friend Finn helped me with that. He's really good with brushes. And you know Hunter? Oak's kid.
Oh yeah.
He helped me get all the places right, you know, figure out the paths, get all like the buildings in the right place. I thought you might be able to use this. You know, maybe like have something to have. I don't know. I don't want to just like stop by and be like, "Hey, give me food," and then it's social family visit.
I'd be happy to have it. I think this would look real good in the store, right above the checkout counter.
No, that'd be cool. Yeah, and people can check it when they're coming through to like check what paths are good for right now, and like I could come by and update it like every season. So, you know, maybe it could be good for business too. You know, stop by, check the map, get some rolls.
The Miss and I would really like that.
Yeah.
Aw. Cool. So you don't have to pay to eat that. I feel like this is still probably a check, but your family is gonna feed you and also give you extra treats and stuff like that. So you could like write extra treats. And
oh, cool.
I think what I would say is that for the next session, like going through the next session, you have food available that could absolve you from a hungry and thirsty condition earned.
Okay.
Eric, I take 1 jug of water with me wherever I go.
Fuck you. You don't get that. Heart to heart. No. It's special. It's special. This food is preserved with love. Okay. And so that's why it's a special thing.
Okay. But I still need to make a check right now.
Yeah, if you want. What I'm saying is that like I'm giving you the free thing here because of the fictional positioning, but if you refuse the generosity, of course there like you could attempt to be like no like I love you guys, but like I'm still gonna pay, and you know.
I mean, I could do that. Yeah, I could do a resources, but I only have like 1 resources, so it'd be kind of like 50-50. So I don't know.
Just try it.
Since you can't pay, get the fuck out of my store. What are you doing here?
Since you can't pay,
Oh, cheapskate, are we? Well, get the fuck out of here.
Fucking killed you. You fucking deadbeat.
You're not even technically from this place, so you know, fuck you.
I find like the gold doubloon in my pocket. Like, oh, where'd this come from? But yeah, I passed. Yay.
Yeah. Good.
Now you want change, huh? All right, fine. Fuck you.
Wow.
No, so you bring out the money to pay for it, and he takes it, and then he says to you, he's like, as like he's like getting ready, he like puts it back down on the counter and says, actually that mouse guard gentleman you were working with has beat you here and has already said to cover it. Apparently he's been using your stories and felt that he needed to pay you for something. So
Shit, where's my handout? Fuck.
But does my resources still level up?
yes, it does because
Okay.
you did it. But if
You
you would have
produced
failed,
enough money to
they
pay for a thing that you didn't pay for. You still technically produced it.
But yes.
cool.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah. I was just giving him a bit of a hard time just for fun. I didn't think he'd take it seriously.
Well, the economy's in the toilet
Come on,
these
he's
days.
got that. He's got that mouse guard money.
True.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, cool. I think that's my scene. Who's next?
I nominate Zippy.
Yeah, let's see. What would Finn do in Ivydale?
There's that big library in Ivydale, right? Or is that that's something else, right?
I think he would go and paint the landscape. What is a prominent spot in Ivydale?
Probably the Ivy.
Or the Dale?
I like the Dale. The Dale's my favorite.
The Tuft Family Bakery, of course.
Like, what is the main attraction to Ivydale?
The Tuft Family Bakery, of course.
Yeah, there was definitely that one. I mean, I'm sure there's another one or two. If you,
I can look
if
it
you
up
want
for you
to
real
avoid-
quick if you want.
Yeah, like there has to be something like really special about Ivydale. They're all bakers, right?
Yeah, no, it's bakers and harvesters.
Okay. So I guess what he would do is he would go and he would get a landscape of a grain farm. The rolling waves of grain and kind of blended in with some of the bakeries off in the distance or something like that. So just to make a general picture of Ivydale to like hang in Lockhaven.
Okay. So do you want to? I feel like that's probably that'd be like probably a pretty difficult test to do, right? What do you think? Like, how do you? How difficult-
He has his brushes on him, and this is not the first time he's painted landscapes before. You know.
Yeah.
Um,
What did we do for that again? Do you remember?
we did archivist because we're archiving basically. I mean, we could always make the skill painter, and I just have it at 2. So
Ivydale is located in
I'm
a
cool with
shallow,
Okay.
ivy-choked valley. The town is made up of several small settlements hidden away in trees and rocky outcroppings. 4 tree houses, most of the lodgings and storehouses, some wheat, rye, and buckwheat spread out throughout the settlement walls. For water, Ivydale relies on rain collection and a well outside the base of the trees. So there you go. There's also a lot of baking, tool mending, milling, and basket weaving.
I think he would capture a landscape that maybe also captured the tree with the well. You know, just a general picture that says this is Ivydale. Finn basically Finn is painting a giant, landscape. His plan is to hang them all in Lockhaven, where their respective places on the map, so you could just take a look at the picture and just get a general sense of that's the city,
Okay.
So, all right. So we'll just use the handy dandy painter skill.
Yeah.
Handy
The brand new official canonical painter skill.
I mean, I have a writer skill. We made that up for me, so it only makes sense.
I'm cool with it. It's Will. There's
yep.
a Weaver, painter.
Yeah, it's like
It's important to the game.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Like these mice don't enjoy
Bachelor of Arts.
art.
Everyone needs a Bachelor of Arts.
Okay.
I feel like. Oh man, I don't.
Ob 3.
Ob 3. Okay, so I have Painter 2. I'm going to use Determined because he really wants this to look it's his best. You know, this is going to be hung up in Lockhaven. Let's see. Okay. And the paints and the brushes are what I need to use it. And I didn't specify that I was getting any paints beforehand. So okay, we'll throw 3 at it. Ob 3. Okay, do I have a success? I have 1 6. I'm going to spend a fate to explode that 6.
Okay.
Do it, son. Do it for daddy.
That's...
That made it sound so weird.
I mean, he's
0
painting it for his
successes.
daddy.
No, this is painting it for Lockhaven. I'm going to spend a persona.
That rerolls all of them, but you need to have a wires that you can use.
Yeah. Legends of the Guardwise. I'm going
Let's you
to
reroll that 1 failure.
Yeah, the one original failure or this failure, right?
No, that fate makes it just reroll that 6.
Yeah. Oh, and see if it.
Oh yeah, so
If
no,
you-
you have 2 failures. I see what you mean. Yeah.
Technically, yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
yes,
so
the two,
your dice say like right now, like if we're at a table, it would
Say 2 failures.
5. Yeah, exactly. It would say 5, 1, 2, or like standing on the table and you grab the 1 and 2, but you already have that additional success. Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Continue.
So he's just gonna recount a local legend of Ivydale, something that would be like, oh, I'm not really capturing the beauty of these crafty bakers and these tool menders, and you know, and then he turns around and tries to apply that to the painting. You know,
Not enough
Can make
green.
mistakes.
Sit old
You see those
Henley in
videos
his
by
rocking chair in front of the
Ross?
well.
Oh,
You've seen those videos by Bob Ross where he messed up. He's like, nah, let's just make this mistakes into birds.
they're birds now. Yeah, basically.
They're happy accidents.
Happy accidents.
Yeah.
Reroll 2d6 greater than 4. Okay, there's that 1 success I need.
there you go. Just eked it out. Good job.
Just eked it out.
Squeak it out.
Because they're mice. I get it.
Cool. But mice is also eek.
No, elephants eek when they see a mouse. It's different.
No, they stampede when they see a mouse.
They stand up on the stool with their legs in the air. Going, yeah.
I kind of want to actually see if there's any actual footage of an elephant looking down at a mouse and just getting really frightened.
They did it on Mythbusters.
They did? Oh, I need to go watch that episode. So, but yeah. So I paint this glorious landscape of Ivydale.
You gonna bring it back with you?
Yeah.
How big was the
The-
canvas?
I'm gonna say a 3
It's
by
not cr-
2.
Relative
Yeah,
to
wow.
mouse size.
Let's not be super crazy. It's not like the size of a tapestry.
No, it's like a 3
No,
by 2.
This was an ob 3 test. So like, yeah, it's modest, but looks really good.
3 feet by 2 feet. Standard easel size.
Something you hang in the dentist office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
This
will
fucking
not
mouse
be-
being like,
Now I imagine you painted one of those like psychotropic pictures that they hang up in dentist's office with like the dolphins and fucking turtles and shit and the whales, you know what I'm talking about, with the moons.
Yo,
What the fuck dentist are you going to?
yo,
No?
at least it ain't
Wait, you don't-
hotel art.
Okay.
You don't go to your dentist on drugs like I do.
Look, dentist art is like 2 steps above hotel art.
That is
And
true.
hotel art is 1 step above dollar store art.
Nah, you know
So you got $4 art.
that meme of like the brain like exploding with light as it gets further and further down. The bottom one would be buying a frame and keeping the picture in it. Like that's the highest tier of that. Boom.
Yeah, buying a
Galaxy
frame,
meme.
yeah,
Yeah.
Galaxy brain meme.
buying a frame, keeping the picture in it, calling it your family. No, that's psychotic. But yeah, so that's my check.
Cool.
Who's next?
Derek, I think.
Yeah, mine's probably gonna go really fast. I only have one, and I have conditions, so I would like to get rid of hungry and thirsty, but I'm also broke. So what are
Need
my
someone to help
options?
you.
I mean, you could
Need
do what
someone
I
else.
did and just nick some food out of a farm, but
Well, you would. So right now, if you try to do that, you would fail with zero dice. So you need somebody to help you. Effectively, you'd have to donate your check to somebody to like do it, or in other words, essentially, they would be giving you the die, then rolling it, like, and all you'd be rolling is the help die.
Who else is still hungry and thirsty?
I'm hungry and thirsty.
Want to get a D?
What
Want to
about
grab
tired?
Yeah,
I'm also tired. Who would be if I donated my check? Who would I be donating to? Like to Dave?
It'd be whoever makes the test for you, the resources test.
yeah.
But otherwise, it's kind of like you're doing it. You're rolling zero. You're gonna have to ask everybody to help pitch in, right?
Oh,
And you would only be rolling help dice.
Unless you
But
can
then
work out a way
I-
to find, unless you can work out a way to get food other than your current resources, because you just can't make resources tests because you don't have any. So, you could say spend this check on getting to resources 1, right? So then you wouldn't have to make this. Then you could make the check, the thing later, or you could do something like baker, or like what was the other one? Cook.
Baker, brewer, all of those are possible.
Yeah. So you can do all of that, or you can donate your check and have someone do a test for you in order to get rid of your condition.
I'm inclined to donate it to whoever's next, as long as that person uses it for creating food somehow.
Well, the only people that have one left is myself and Skylark. So.
You have Harvester.
I do have Harvester. I can try make it for you if you want. And I get an extra dice for this being my hometown, so.
All right, let's do that.
All right. I will, let's say that the first attempt was also me getting enough food for both of us. Eric Vulgaris, if you will have me.
Absolutely.
So that's a
5.
help dice, so that's the next one. So I'm rolling 5 dice here. What's the ob? Good sir.
I'm about like 90% sure it's 2
2? Okay,
for both people. Yeah.
easy.
Well, it's technically like the party. Yeah, easy dunked. Brr, 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 brr.
So there you go. You recovered your hungry thirsty. So Skylark, you have to go next since I made a check.
All right, thank you.
Okay. I guess back in Lockhaven, I might go to my mentor, Tulip Tendertail, and tell her about the snake test and about how they set up like the fake snake stuff, and I was hoping she could like maybe help me train Hunter and maybe figure out how to like spot things like that better, so I don't fall up into any traps in future, except by wily weasels.
Yeah. So in effect, train Hunter.
Yes.
Yeah, totally. Okay. So we have a short little scene of her like training you and doing, so let's talk about this test, right? Because like you're gonna make a test here. How difficult do you want to make this test? Like, what do you want to learn right now? Like, what lesson do you want to learn? Because that will determine. So when I think of training, I think of you kind of setting more of the obstacle, unless you want to like have them mentor you and just do it that way.
Oh. Well, we haven't actually had any one-on-one training before, so I guess she might insist on us doing an introductory lesson.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So then they're gonna instructor and do Hunter for you.
Okay.
And I think they're gonna like, okay, so here's how to know you like. Okay, so here's how you know you can spot snake tracks for reals, and like this is how like, this is why snakes slither this way, and this is how you can tell, right?
Oh, so it's not just like you're dragging a big rope.
No, snakes have a particular movement to them, and you know that in this time of the year, especially down to the southern parts of the territories, you're going to run into more milk snakes than you are pine.
Okay, that's
and
the
like,
difference.
These are the things that you pick up, and like they describe. Pine snakes are a little bit more tricky. They kind of look like they like to climb things and look down. Milk snakes are just as crafty, but they're more likely to sneak up on you than, but they're a little smaller, thinner. They prefer to hunt than just lay traps.
Okay, that makes sense.
So you're learning all about snakes.
All about snakes. Snakes 101.
I got a 3. The ob is your
max nature.
Yeah,
that's 3. So that's
Huzzah. Cool. So you mark a hunter test as a are you learning it or you already have it?
I already have it.
Cool. So you can mark a free pass or failure.
Okay, cool.
All right. So for my last check, Eric Vulgaris, I would like to couple it with. I'd like to remove my anger by testing Will Ob 2. But having said that, I want to couple it in a way that makes me go. So basically, I want to spin a narrative with you about Hunter going to report the presence of a milk snake, right? Mm-hmm. To his superiors, and the result of that, either relieving his anger or whatever, or I don't know. Like he's pretty adamant about like wanting to join the crew that goes out, right? So how would since this was a test, right? That wasn't really intended for him. But he's bearing the sort of the ego
emotional
brunt of it. Yeah, essentially. How would the guard that he's reporting to handle that specifically? Since he knows that it's a test and he knows that guard mice, tenderpaws are going to be coming to him reporting about this presence of a snake that was.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like.
Yeah. So. I mean, you probably would report it. Are you reporting it to your mentor, or are you just like any of the guards here and being like, "Yo, we saw a snake," or like we saw signs of a snake down there, or whatever?
Like, who would I go to report these things? Like, there's someone that receives these reports, right? Like, is there an order to that, or like?
I mean, you probably would. You would probably report it to the dean. Like for you,
yeah, okay, I would go to the
that
dean.
would be like the as far as chain of command goes, like that's the highest chain of command you guys really have in terms of like interact.
I would
obviously there's like Lockhaven proper guards that you could talk to, but like that's like if you literally had like a problem. But
yeah, I'd go to the dean and report the presence of a milk snake and insist, 100% insist that I need to go with the team to deal with the milk snake.
Boy, I think she lets you finish demanding that describing the report of what you saw and what took place. Demanding that you get put on the patrol to go down there and take care of the snake, and she finally gets a chance to get in a word in edgewise and says, Hunter, it was part of the test. There was no snake.
So there's a mixture of confusion and like
What?
I guess they like going through all this shit and like being like manipulated in this way to like whatever, is just it's not a good thing per se. Like Hunter doesn't feel relieved, Yeah. If anything, it made him feel like he was abandoning his post under someone else's instructions, whom he didn't really agree with in the first place, right? It's like this, like just hearing that it was a test doesn't remove the shame that he's feeling.
Yeah, but I know, and so like I think she's gonna try to assuage you here a little bit with that.
Yeah.
She sees you like based on your report and describing all these things, and then describing how you didn't attack and stuff. Like, yes, but you obeyed your leader. You did what the Mouse Guard required you in that moment, not necessarily what Hunter Oak would have done in that moment. You put others above yourself, Hunter.
Yeah, but in that instance, leaving that snake out there, that's not putting others above ourselves. That's putting ourselves before others. That's the opposite of what you're saying. If we left that snake to roam and do damage to more other people, even if it wasn't real, it still irks me that someone in charge made that decision.
Dead mice don't defend the territories.
Yeah, but dead merchants don't deliver the grain either.
That's why you have a.
She's just like.
You have a lot to learn. No, it's like
What was that, Eric?
You have a lot to learn.
What, she dismissed me after that?
Yeah, definitely. It's like, look, you have a lot to learn. I know. I mean, what are you gonna say? Like, you're like a hotshot like you're fiery. You want to do this thing. Like, you're literally what's his name? You're literally Zippy's character, Graham, at the start. Last time being like, let's fucking do it. Let's do the things and like have an experience loss in that sort of way.
Mm-hmm.
To understand the level-headedness and pragmaticism required of dealing with things, right? So like we as players like feel that, but yeah, of course you're going to be like hot-headed right now, right? Of course you're going to be like, oh, I could have taken them, and yeah.
I take it in stride, Eric Vulgaris. Here's what I do: I say, fine, and I leave. I do like a little crisps mouse guard salute, whatever that is, probably like a chest pound or something. I don't know. I don't think we ever decided what that was. And then he's going to leave. He's going to go to the training grounds and he's going to beat the fuck out of a dummy. He's going to take his anger out on that dummy. Because a lot to learn isn't what he wanted to hear from someone without, like, that's not a lesson. That's the opposite of teaching someone something important. So I'd like to recover will, if you would allow me. And this, if I pass this, my will be 4. So I'm really excited for this.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been working that will angle for a while now. So 3. Supplies, no. The ob is 2, if I remember correctly. Because anger. Oh yeah.
Got it. So you fight those feelings through catharsis.
Yeah. I sweat
Nice.
it out, Eric Vulgaris. I sweat out the anger.
Awesome. Is that our last check?
Yeah, that's the last check.
Okay, cool. Let's do some experience. Belief, instincts, and goals.
All right. Belief. A mouse guard needs to stand tall and lead by example. I don't know about that one. What do you think? Because on one hand, I succumbed to the baiting of dear Digsby. But on the other, I, fucking pushed the ego aside and a lot of other checks and just fucking...
But you didn't lead by example by that.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't.
So do you think you were persona? Yeah.
Interesting.
Because like, do you think you no longer believe that?
That's an interesting one. What would you say that needs to change to
I don't know,
that?
do you want to think about it?
Because I mean, like, if that's the case, right? If leadership is, wrong, like that's an interesting one
you
too.
follow
like,
wrong orders. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. What if when you're not the leader, and they're setting an example you don't like?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good question. I do think you know what, at this point I am willing to change that. In that I trust my instincts over what my companions have to say. Because okay, yeah. I'm gonna say I trust my instincts first before anything else. Okay. Goal, find the grain peddler. Easy persona. And instinct. I always defend the honor of the guard. I feel like I did this when Finn, tried to, say as a mouse guard when he's the exact opposite of what a mouse guard should be. But I don't know. That's up to you guys. What do you think?
Yeah, no, it could work.
I think it came more into play when you were trying to defend Ellie. Or not Ellie, Skylark. Damn it. I'm getting my characters mixed up.
Yeah.
So bad with names.
That's okay.
Or when other people try to take the fall for me, it's not what a guard should do. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. 2 and 2. We back in the big numbers, boys.
Okay. My belief was when I want to get something done, 2 sets of paws are better than 1. I know. I
Made the map.
Yeah,
we did teamwork to make the map.
Yeah, I tried to get as many people in on things as possible, and also tried to, as a leader, Skylark was trying to delegate work to who she thought was best for the roles, and then help them out and stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh no, you definitely did.
Okay.
You definitely played to your belief for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My goal was to do my best to get the group to work together. That was hard. What do you guys
do you think I think you accomplished your goal.
Begrudgingly, I might add.
Well, yeah, because you got the group to listen to you.
Yeah, I didn't make it easy.
I think it was tough. You got most of it when you were the journey conflict. But I think that everyone listening to you and not like arguing for you to try to convince you to say like, no, we need to go into fight this snake. I think people listening to you got the group together and it was for you. So I think you got it.
Okay. And then my instinct was always check my notes, which was my map in that case. So I think I got that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's me done.
Nicholas or Finn?
My belief.
Ooh,
Go for it.
Go ahead.
Go for it.
Okay, so my belief is, as a prospect mouse guard, other mice expect a lot from me. I will protect my comrades. Not sure. I mean, I tried to invoke it. I'm not really sure it worked.
Well,
What
we
do you
didn't
think?
really get into any particular conflicts where protection was needed, right? So,
No, but like Hunter and I, we were willing to fight a snake,
that's true.
to protect.
Protect
other
the
mice.
mouse
We- I
guard
mean-
as a whole, right? Or like the merchant pass and stuff. So, yeah, I could see that.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, that's a fate, right?
Yes.
Okay, my goal, I wanted to practice axe swinging. I didn't do it. My instinct, I didn't do that either. So that's it.
That was steal things for the science, right? Your instinct.
Yeah, that's why I asked Eric to describe what was in the card. Maybe there was something interesting. There was just grain.
Yeah. Sorry, it was for a test, so it's not like they put anything cool in it.
No, it's okay.
The spy
I get it.
documents.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Zippy.
My belief is every action I take reflects on the Digsby name.
Do you think running away or not bringing
And
a
hiding
weapon,
in the tree.
hiding
I
in
mean-
a tree?
It reflects on the Digsby name.
Being alive reflects on the Digsby name.
Yeah, exactly.
So you've just created a belief that auto completes. Like literally everything you do reflects on the Digsby name. Yes, it does.
And he believes that wholeheartedly.
Well, his actions did reflect on the Digsby name when it came to snakes.
Yeah. I'm not going near snakes. I'm a mouse. That's a snake. I'm not being exiled into whatever weird humanistic mouse cult that is in Mouse Guard when you have zero nature. No, that's called Ghost of a Tale. You get exiled to that land.
It's a good land, man.
Being oppressed by rats, totally.
No, they have plenty of lore in that game that states otherwise.
No, yeah. I'm still in the keep. I'm still trying to get out of the keep. hey, I'm glad. Don't spoil it for me. Goal. Find the grain peddler. We did.
Done.
Kaboosh.
Easy.
And I did not do my instinct today.
Which was fight at dawn with pistols.
Every morning I wake up and train fighter. I fight with my fists.
Cool. Well, I guess the MVPs and shit, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to nominate Zippy for MVP for that pathfinding or role. Was it pathfinding?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
for the conflict.
Mm-hmm.
I want to nominate Dave for having us have a paradigm shift between the two characters that was interesting.
You know, I was talking to Zippy in the break. I honestly chalk that up to me not having played Hunter in a while. Like, in a lot of cases, like defaulting to what you call it, a type of character, I guess. And yeah, I don't know. It is what it is.
Typecasting yourself.
Yeah, basically. But yeah. So we've got MVP
I'm cool with
Zippy. We've got
Yeah, of course.
what's the
Fuck
other
it.
one?
Workhorse and then embodiment.
Workhorse. Yeah. So, I guess Workhorse goes to Kika. Honestly,
Okay.
she helped with literally everything. So, and embodiment. I don't know who
I
acted
tried to
on their
play it, mate.
conditions, because that's how you get it.
I tried to act up my angry for a good bit there. Especially at
I
the
acted
beginning.
on my tired condition. I tried to act on it too.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, then I guess that's 2 more persona for you two then.
Okay.
Cool. All right. And that's a show. All right then.
Sweet.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's do some shout outs and then wrap this bitch up. Let's start with you, Derek. Where can people find your stuff?
People can find me everywhere on Twitter with the handle at Elven Tower, and my website elventower.com. I'm also on Patreon, and I just released a 1-page dungeon that's pretty fun on my website. And people can probably see my work on the next, the Return of the Lazy DM book. I'm doing some maps for that book too. That's coming up. That's coming in summer.
Oh, nice. The Lazy DMs book. All right, Zippy. Where can people find your stuff?
You can find me here on Twitch at Zippy_Zippo, where we do a lot of variety gaming. Right now, we're enjoying some of that Magic the Gathering Arena, Sea of Thieves, and Ghosts of a Tale.
Nice. Kika, where can people find your stuff?
People can follow me at twitch.twitch.tv/Kika. That's twitch.tv/KIKK. And on Twitter at twitter.com/KikaVO.
Fantastic. And last but not least, we have our game master for the session, Mr. Booty Body himself, Eric Vulgaris. What up, sir?
Hey everybody, this is my capstone of my week of role playing games. This is 15. It's my 15th session. Fucking Eric Vulgaris on everything.
Nice.
It's a great week.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed our return back. So, Eric, how close are we to becoming official Mouse Guardians?
3 or 4 sessions away.
Yeah? All right. Sweet.
Yeah.
And then the real shit happens, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the session. If you did, follow the channel and subscribe if you're feeling saucy. Otherwise, we'll catch you in a couple of hours for the daily stream. Don't be a stranger. We love you here. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.